Let's go.
Yo. What up? Episode 2, Barely Shit Drawers. This week, still be bringing the aggressive sports banner, uneducated and off-the-wall takes, and still talking way too much shit.
And you might notice that we have a third member on our show today. It is the one and only Kevin, a.k.a. Lazook!
Zook!
Turn up!
Giants all day.
Yeah. All right, let's get right into it. This week, we're going to be going over the NBA Finals coverage. Game 4 just happened yesterday. We'll be talking a lot of shit about that. NBA latest news, kind of giving our takes on a couple things. UFC 264 reaction after Conor broke his ankle. Be talking about that. MLB All Star Festivities. Nobody really gives a shit about that. Euro Cup 2020. We'll just be telling the results, see if we watched it. NFL news, the latest on Richard Sherman, and your weekly financial sketchy advice from us. So, anyways, before we start, we all get turnt during this episode. What are you guys drinking? On the docket for Dubz today is a peach sour nova from Almanac Brewing in Alameda. Fucking tasty shit.
Dude, you already know what I'm drinking. It's not even a question. Margarita. Na.
You're literally the opposite of Mexican. Why are you drinking margaritas?
Dude, margaritas are what I'm made of. It's literally in my blood.
Well,
what do you got, Chris? You got a Corona?
I got a bullshit Corona, but I got some
got a Rona Rita?
Japanese whiskey on rocks here. There you go.
Oh, too bad you don't have a green screen, dude. It blocks it out.
Okay, cool.
All right, we'll get right into the NBA Finals this week. So since our last episode, Bucks and Suns played Game 3 and 4, both of which were in Milwaukee. Milwaukee dominated Game 3. There's not a lot to talk about there. Chris Paul played like shit. Devin Booker played like shit. First game on the road for him. Game 4 was a fucking doozy. Great game. Devin Booker played fucking lights out. Giannis is basically, like we talked about last week, the second coming of LeBron.
He just turned into God.
The best play of the game, best play in the finals I've seen is the block. The block. Did you guys see that block?
We're about to see it right now. Check this out.
Finals history?
I tweeted as soon as I saw it.
Check tape.
This
block is actually ridiculous.
You could pick the poison.
Like we had talked about earlier,
right?
The distance he covers to get up and make that block is insane. It's like inhuman.
Block in finals history.
Well, especially because when you're reading that play, when you're dribbling forward to get it, oh my god! When you're dribbling forward to get it, he's taking away the driving lane and the amount of change the direction to cover and block that shot from a standstill. And Ayton is bringing so much force down on it, it's ridiculous.
And not to mention how good of a pass is that? That no look, hook lob from Devin Booker, flawless.
If you win, you might win the series.
Crazy.
You think it's an easy block, dude?
Considering the
listen, I'm not trying to
athletic ability,
LeBron,
everything
hate
that
LeBron,
goes
but
into that play,
let's be honest, LeBron and Iguodala, Game 6, Game 7, whatever it was, 10 times better than that, though.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the best moments of my life. I wouldn't say 10 times better. In the moment, it was better because it was a Game 7, and it was the best block you've ever seen, NBA history. You won't get better than that.
Crybaby, and Giannis is a
Whoa.
No, I wouldn't say LeBron's a crybaby, but we won't get into that shit. We'll start throwing hands.
Baby tears, bram.
But that block by Giannis is ridiculous.
LeBron thinks he's out there playing soccer. Someone sneezes on him and he's rolling around like he broke his ankle.
Coming down.
Okay.
Giannis just starts throwing hands.
We won't get into that.
To me, that's one of the mistakes.
So that was a gross block. That was insane.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Giannis is playing out of this world. His stats the last couple games, putting up 40 points every game. I mean,
give me the stats.
Just putting up absolute numbers every single week. I mean, like I said last week, I mean, he's basically putting on a LeBron-esque, when he was with the Cavs and they couldn't get past everything, when he was with the Cavs and they couldn't get past the Warriors, where he just kind of handled shit. I mean, he's kind of in that realm. I think we talked about last week that I was like, oh, he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave Milwaukee and go somewhere else if they lose. But if he wins this, dude, he's gonna set a precedent.
Oh yeah, he's gonna take over.
So I'm trying to look up.
You definitely called that last week. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're like, he's gonna take over.
So
he's gonna come and win it on his own.
Giannis in game 3 had 41 points, 13 rebounds. And game 4, I know Chris Middleton had 40, which is a big help. He's huge for him. Giannis had 26, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Like, that's some shit right there. And that block was huge. I mean, that would have tied the game, gave the Suns some momentum. I mean, that was huge. So our predictions last week, I basically was saying the Suns were going to win in 5. Tith said the Suns were going to sweep. Obviously, we were wrong. We're going to at least the 6th game. What's your guys' take moving forward?
7 games.
I still think the Suns are going to take it. They're going to get their shit together, and they're going to win. I did forget about a couple players on Milwaukee, like Chris Middleton, who went off. And
I didn't forget about Chris Middleton.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Honestly, I feel like Chris Middleton is very hit or miss. It's not like he's like a consistent baller where he just like puts up like 30 points a game. Like that guy disappears sometimes.
You're drunk. He's the reason why they're in the playoffs. You're drunk.
Oh, stop. Also, they have Drew Holiday. I thought he played all right.
Yeah, Drew Holiday is a defensive mastermind. Anyways, we got a chat message that said, anybody have a tissue for LeBron? I'm going to say fuck you because LeBron's my dude.
All right, so I'm not the only one. Someone else agrees here. Well, crybaby Bran.
Dude, if you took as much punishment as LeBron takes as he goes through the paint on a gamely basis, you'd be fucking crying at home to mom. You'd stop playing basketball.
You know who wouldn't be crying though? Giannis. Believe it.
Giannis is like half his age.
It doesn't matter, dude. Bron's been crying since day one.
You know what Giannis won't do?
What?
Hit a free throw.
True.
That's a good one.
I will say LeBron is probably the more talented player. Giannis is the more physically gifted player. But they're both freaks in their own way.
Yeah, they are both freaks.
Yeah.
I think I was watching something the other day and somebody I think it was on the 95.7 the game, the Bay Area local news radio, was comparing like Giannis's game because he's kind of like there's not a lot of people like him. He's fucking big.
Yeah,
he's fast and he's quick. Somebody was like, yeah, he's kind of like Steph Curry in a way, in the fact that he can finish around the rim and get there quickly. But he's got the size of it. I'm just saying his finishing ability. I'm not saying his shooting, but like Curry, when he gets in the paint, he's kind of like he can finish all over the place with
He's got
ease.
soft hands.
Yeah, he can make spin moves. He's quick as he takes that first step, which I thought was really good.
That's true.
So
but he's also like what 6'8" and like 250.
Yeah, he's like 6'10".
His arms are like 10 feet wide, like a 10-foot wingspan.
He basically can dunk from all over the floor.
He's basically a 7-footer. Come on.
Yeah,
dude,
pretty much.
He's like a ripped Kevin Durant. Like Kevin Durant is just skin and bones. If Kevin Durant was 50 pounds heavier, he would be Giannis.
Come on, you can't put Giannis and Durant in the same conversation.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
I don't think
yes,
you can. They're two completely different players.
They're different types of players.
Giannis plays more of a big man, 4 or 5. Well, I think they're same tier, like, you know, on that mountaintop. But as far as game-wise, like KD is just a killer, shoots from deep. He's kind of plays a 2-3. Giannis plays kind of a 4-5, big man position, bully ball.
He wasn't a killer in the last round of the playoffs, or they would be here instead of Giannis.
Because he lost his whole team.
Pussy!
He lost his whole team.
Doesn't matter, dude.
So Zook said Suns in 7. Zook, you got Suns in 7. Tith,
home team.
By our next episode, it'll be over. So Tith said Suns in 7.
6.
Suns in 6.
It's over.
So
come on,
after watching these last 2 games, I'm gonna bring up one big point about this. Chris Paul has sucked a dick on the road. Like, he has been horrible. Like, game 1 and 2, he was an absolute hero, putting up 30 points, knocking down jumpers, making good plays. The last 2 games, he's made crazy turnovers. He hasn't been able to knock down shots, and he's the key. So I'm going to change my pick. I said Suns in 5. I'm going to take the Bucks in 7.
What? Crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Here's the thing. That goes back to what I talked about last week when I said I think Chris Paul is overperforming. Because he was playing like the best player in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that's the type of player he is. That's not his true form. That's not who he's going to be next year. That's not who he was last year. That's just not
Yeah.
who he is. So I think he's finally starting to slow down. We're seeing his true colors. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's a god like he's been. But I still think the Suns have enough firepower, and they're going to close it out in 6. Let's go.
I think 6 is aggressive, but I will tell you this. I'm surprised Dan, the queerbait, has not mentioned this name once, but I feel like Jay Crowder is the answer to that team. Jay Crowder has been off the chain. The guy's like 50 years old, been on like 27 teams. He's the only motherfucker on that team that's got playoff experience, let alone finals experience.
He's definitely a solid depth player. What about that young dude, Cam Johnson or whatever?
Oh, Cam Johnson's a beast.
He's a monster. Where the hell did he come from?
He's I think in his second or third year. He's a big dude. It's funny because
did you guys see that dunk?
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was
a nutsack to the face. Yeah,
just put his nutsack in PJ
Tucker's
to the
face, dude.
Dude, I hate. By the way, I hate PJ Tucker. I think he's such
a bitch. I hate him.
Yeah, he's like one of those players that flops all over the place.
He's floppy and he's dirty. Dude. Yeah. He's just like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and it was so nice to see Cam Johnson dunk on his forehead.
Oh, dude, nutsack to the face, bad.
Can we just put Dan's failed dunk on the background?
Come on. I'm gonna get the video of that Cam Johnson.
Somebody said Suns in 6.
That's what I said. Somebody's just copying everything I say.
Suns in 6. I say Bucks in 7, dude. They got momentum. Yeah. So
the Bucks are better than I thought, though. I will say that because I thought that team was weak as shit, and then I'm like, oh wait, they got Chris Middleton. Oh wait, they got Drew Holiday. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like the more I looked at it, it's like they're actually not that bad.
Yeah.
So here we go.
You're at your very
Check
best.
this out.
In the paint.
If the Warriors have Drew Holiday, I'm
See that again.
Oh!
Stop it. That was a charge.
That kid's like 21 years old, dude. How old is Cam Johnson? I didn't even know who he was. I'll be honest.
Is he 21?
Okay, so I'll give you a little backstory. Cam Johnson went to North Carolina.
Nutsack tapped him out.
Oh my god, dude.
That's crazy.
He was drafted like before COVID, but that's 25.
It's hard to tell in slow motion.
No, Cam Johnson, Cam Johnson's probably 24, 25. He came out of North Carolina early, I think.
But 2 years early, but in 19 though.
Cam Johnson finished his degree while in the NBA at North Carolina. Is in a program to get his master's degree right now. So he's like one of the smartest like NBA players, and he shows it because he's athletic and he does everything else, but he's smart and he's super humble. I like him. I like Cam Johnson. I think he's
impressive. I've been watching
he's a good bench player
of this series, and I didn't know who he was before that, but since I've been watching him, like, damn, this guy, like, he's a standout. I've never heard of him, but he's definitely like he's putting in some work. He's looking good.
Well, like a last bit of analysis for this game. I mean, if you watch the NBA Finals, it's like these two teams, they have their stars. They have Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton for the Suns, and then you got Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday for the Bucks. But you can tell the home teams that when you go back home, that's when the role players start to kick in, and the role players feel more comfortable. So you saw Connaughton hit fucking threes last night. You saw Brook Lopez make some big shots. You just saw a bunch of role players step up, and that's the same with the Suns. You saw the same with the Suns.
He's like Frankenstein.
Yeah,
dude, we can literally spend 3 hours in this game.
Very athletic.
Literally, I would contend that Chris Paul is not one of their best players. I feel like Chris Paul, they would win. I feel like they would win without Chris Paul. I feel like he's actually a hindrance.
He was overperforming, and he did make a huge difference in those games that they did win. But I think you're right. I think they could win without him. I think they're good enough without him.
Well, I mean, it's clear to me Devin Booker took over that game in the third quarter. He had 18 in the third quarter, and he could not miss. The foul call.
So who cares?
The foul call that gave him his 5th foul was absolute bullshit. I don't know if you're watching that game, but his 5th foul call was bullshit. Took him out of the game. The sixth, then they missed. They didn't call the 6th call.
Bullshit.
Which would have fouled him out and would have been bullshit and tried to keep him in. Which referees are just, I mean, this is another story. But Devin Booker's a beast, regardless.
He's a monster, dude. I love Devin Booker.
I
wish he was on the Warriors.
Speaking of Warriors, I had this. So I had this article that popped up. I think it was on Bleacher Report. that was like, hey, who's better in their prime? Who's better in their prime? Derrick Rose, Steph Curry, or Russell Westbrook? And the article,
that's not a question.
The article went through this whole thing in their prime, and I'd have to agree with it. They said Derrick Rose.
No,
and
stop.
Oh, dude. So
Stop.
if you
you could put Derrick. It's a good question if it was Derrick Rose versus Westbrook. I'll give you that. But when you put Curry in there, it's lights out. It's game over.
Okay, but I'm saying in their prime, like Derrick Rose was in his prime, and then he tore his ACL twice. And in his prime, he was MVP. He was leading the Bulls to the Eastern Conference Finals, where he lost to the Heat and the Cavs. But if he wouldn't have tore his ACL, he probably would have been right up there because they had Jimmy Butler and Carlos.
And then they would have got knocked out because Steph Curry would have been sinking threes right in his dome piece.
Yeah, but Steph Curry wasn't there until later. Steph Curry had his own injuries that he came back from.
Yeah, but we're talking prime to prime, right? We're talking prime to prime.
Play the video. Yeah, play the video.
I'll play the.
Come on.
I'll show you Derrick Rose's athletic ability and why he was such a freak in this single video.
I don't know, man. I'm not buying it. I think Derrick Rose is great. I like him.
I think Stephen Curry is an all-time great. He's gonna go down as one of the best point guards.
Maybe the best shooter of all time.
He's done it. He is the best shooter of all time because he's done it so consistently. And I got no hate for Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook is a walking triple-double, but he can't win. And he's selfish.
Yeah, can't win.
Okay, here's your boy Derrick Rose.
Oh!
What are you doing, Dragons?
And he did that on a nightly basis. He was so athletic.
He is a freak athlete. He's not that big, but he's crazy.
Yeah, he was so good at those mid-range jumpers. It was more than that, dude. It was like 5-6 years, and then he tore his ACL a couple times.
I know, but here's the deal. He's at the Bulls, he's playing in Chicago. Big market talent for basketball, obviously. And when you said Derrick Rose was good and he was going to the finals, you also listed off like 5 other players, right? Butler and so on and so on. I don't think Rose was that like standout, take over a game kind of guy. He was badass for show, but at
he was
best,
the MVP of their team. He hit that. Okay, the first year LeBron went to the Cavs. The Cavs played the Bulls in the playoffs. Derrick Rose hit that game-winning 3 in game 3 or game 4 that tied the series, which was insane. He took over that series. The only reason that the Cavs won that series is LeBron took it over. He hit that game winner the game after that in the corner, and him and Kyrie just dominated. Or him and Kyrie dominated.
They would have got crushed by Steph Curry.
Crushed.
Here's the thing. Derrick Rose, I mean, the guy that wrote that article is probably from Chicago. He's probably a Chicago legend. He's going to go down as one of the best players ever to play. But, yeah, he'll be I think he will. He'll be remembered. He was a great player. Like, he's up there. But,
in Chicago Bulls history?
Definitely in Chicago Bulls history, he might go down as like one of the best point guards they ever had. But,
I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
But I'm talking in the realm of the entire NBA. Steph Curry's going to go down as a legend. Yeah. Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. Steph Curry will be remembered forever.
I know.
Derrick Rose will not be remembered forever.
That's not the question. That's not what I'm talking about, though.
But the reason he's going to be remembered forever is because of how good he is.
I know, but I'm saying who was better in their prime? Who could take over a game more in their prime? And I'm saying Derrick Rose,
Steph Curry
could light the crowd up. And
dude, Steph Curry sinks threes from the the half court. Like he doesn't miss.
Logo threes.
Listen, I'll even argue that Derrick Rose is third in that list because Westbrook, as much as he's a choke artist, that motherfucker, if he gets hot, it's game over.
Yeah, his mid-range game is ridiculous.
I mean,
when he
regular season is over with.
The thing is all 3 of those guys are freaks.
When Westbrook played in the finals against the Heat with the Thunder, him and Durant, I loved watching them. Him and Durant were so good together. He'd pull up. His pull-up game, if he's on, like you can't block it. He jumps so high. He's so quick off the bounce. But, dude, Derrick Rose was a freak. Derrick Rose was a freak in his prime. He got hurt. He came back, changed his game, and he's still, like, making all-star teams right now, and he's limited.
And I think Derrick Rose is a better teammate, which you have to take into consideration when you're talking about how good a player is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Westbrook is a terrible teammate, and he's never going to win
I
a
think he is,
championship
too.
because of that.
I agree. I think he
So-
wants to win, but he's not. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think because of Derrick Rose's talent and the ability to be a good teammate and work well with others and mesh well, I think that puts him above Westbrook. My list will go Curry, Rose, Westbrook in that order.
I'd probably go Rose, Curry, Westbrook in their prime.
No, not even close.
Tripping.
Tripping.
Curry, Westbrook, Rose all day.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well-
I just want to make a comment here on this next topic. We should skip it. This is asinine.
That's funny though. We all
Never
have
happening.
different opinions in that order.
You think it's asinine?
Yeah, it's never happening.
We're sticking with the Warriors. I saw an article. I don't believe it either, to be honest, but it's fun to think about what would happen. I saw an article about Dame Lillard going to the Warriors.
Woo.
In
So
a
you
trade.
would have the best shooter in the world and the second best shooter in the world of the whole team.
And the third, as soon as Clay comes back.
Clay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they're saying Wiseman, the number 7, the number 14 in the 21 draft, and Wiggins for Lillard. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Never happened.
You wouldn't give that up? for
That's a
Dame?
lot to give up.
No, listen, I would in a heartbeat without even fucking hesitation whatsoever. Here's the problem. I mean, Steph's on his last, let's call it the back 9 of his fucking career. Lillard and Steph together is unknown. It's gonna take a year or two to gel.
Yeah.
You got a team right now. Clay's coming back next year, dude. As they are now, they're a contender without Lillard. But then you
Okay.
take away Wiseman, who might
Hey.
be it's unknown. I don't know.
Hey, by
I
the
was going
way,
to ask about that.
Clay ain't going to play till like February next year.
Shut up. He's playing tomorrow, fool.
Dude, he ain't playing.
He's
torn
dunking right
Achilles.
now, dude.
Torn Achilles. He ain't playing till at least January, February next year.
Yeah. And he might not
He's
be the
already
same. when
playing.
he
He's
gets
already
back.
scrimmaging. He's already scrimmaging.
He's coming
already
back from a
scrimmaging.
torn ACL and then immediately tearing his Achilles.
Yeah.
That dude,
I'm not gonna
he
compare
doesn't
him
even
to
have
fucking,
legs. He's going to be out
come
there
on,
in
bro.
a fucking wheelchair.
Kevin Durant had the same exact injury and came back
That's
in
true.
less time.
That's true.
No, he wasn't. Dude, he came back. He missed a whole year plus. He missed the start of this. He got injured in the finals. He missed the whole next season, and then he missed the beginning of the next season, which was this season.
And do you think Kevin Durant is fully back to where he was before he got hurt? I don't.
Yes.
I think he is.
Come on.
I think he was during the playoffs. I think he absolutely
Yeah.
was. He was absolutely
dominant.
balling.
I mean,
He was
Dominant.
balling.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I
He
can't get over
was
the fact that he
balling.
missed that shot. He would have never missed that shot. He airballed it. He fucking airballed a game-winning shot.
Whatever. I mean, there's no one else there to shoot it other than him.
Yeah.
They,
He
don't
was-
help. They knew it was going to be him. They had 2 guys on the
I
face.
guess when you think about it, it's not his legs that shoot, so.
I think he dominated. He showed what's up.
They're dominant.
So speaking of Durant, he's playing for Team USA basketball. Did you guys see any of the games that Team USA
Oh
played?
my.
This is kind
oh
of
my
like
God, dude.
Yeah,
I
kind of a
watched
sore
some of
subject.
those games. I watched Argentina.
Yeah, who they beat pretty
They
handily.
yeah, but it was interesting because I felt like the players that stood out the most on Team USA during that game were not the ones you would expect. Like honestly, I felt like Durant was invisible. I felt like Lillard was invisible. Zach LaVine was absolutely the most dominant player on the team. He was all over the place making plays. It was just kind of interesting to me.
Zach LaVine is good. I mean,
He's hella
a
good.
star in this league.
He's hella good.
He's the next Chicago point guard that is going to be. Do you think Zach LaVine will be better than Derrick Rose in Chicago?
No.
Fuck no.
No. Because didn't Zach LaVine take a while to get like
Yeah.
established?
He took a little bit, but he's still young.
Yeah. How old is he now? Like 26, 28?
I'd say I don't know off the top of my head. You can probably look it up, but I'd say he's 26.
He seems like he'd be 26. But I don't know. That's a lot to live up to, man. Derrick Rose is fucking good.
I think Team USA, though, I mean, exhibition games and coming off a long NBA season where it was COVID-stricken and it was a long season. I think losing to Nigeria and Australia like they did, it was kind of embarrassing, but it was exhibition games.
Zach
gonna
LaVine
be-
is 26, by the way.
Yeah, it's going to be weird without a leader on that Team USA, though. I mean, you got Kevin Durant, who's Do you consider Kevin Durant kind of a leader?
Not really, honestly.
Not really.
I don't.
Not really.
I don't.
Yeah, no.
He's not a leader.
No.
Negative.
He's always like he's the best player. I think he's the best player in the NBA right now.
Probably.
But I also, I don't think he's a leader. He's always been on teams, with Westbrook. Westbrook was the fucking dog in that.
So if you were building a team to win next year, you could have any player in the world on these teams. Who would be your first pick?
Oh, that'd be really hard.
You could have any player in the NBA to build a team that is guaranteed to win next season. Who would you start with?
I'd pick one or two that I'm torn between. So the first one is obvious. I'd say LeBron. Because
old.
LeBron knows how.
He's old.
It doesn't matter. He knows how to win, and he's still a beast. My
And
second
he's a
one,
crybaby.
my second one right now would probably be because I love him is Devin Booker because he's a fucking dog.
Devin Booker. What do you got, Zook?
We're talking about right now players right now.
Right, like you
Right
want a
now.
team to win starting tomorrow, and you can construct it with any 10 players in the league. Who do you start with and build around? Who's the number one?
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I'd probably pick Giannis.
That's a good pick.
I was gonna go Giannis as well. I think just because of his aggression, his ability to make blocks like that, and the fact that he just lights out when he's down low.
You know who's a dark horse pick? Who got hurt this year?
Who?
Kawhi.
Kawhi is a freak.
Kawhi takes teams to the fucking
Dude,
promised
he's
land.
a monster. What about Luka?
Oh, Luka,
Come
baby.
on.
He's not a proven winner though. He's not a proven winner yet.
He's a
I can't even get down on Luka train. I can't get on that bandwagon. I can't do it.
What, dude? He's such a beast.
He's a freak.
He's
Dude.
such a beast.
He's an animal.
All right, we got a call out by one Brublet. If you ain't slamming shots, then I unfollow.
All right, dude.
All I do is take
prove
shots,
it.
you queer.
Dude,
Dude,
here you go.
There's like
I'll
3
slam
shots
this.
in this.
Oh, gross.
Why do I just hear chaos in the background of Zook's house?
Can you hear it for real?
Yeah.
You have a swinger party there or something.
Yeah, dude. You're doing a podcast in the middle of a swinger party.
Hey, can I tell you something funny?
Yeah.
Guess what kind of cake we're having tonight for these birthday parties?
A dick cake?
Pineapple upside down cake.
Ew, dude. I don't do that. I'm not if I had a pineapple upside down cake for my birthday, I'd probably throw it in the trash.
I'm not feeling it.
No, I wouldn't either.
I need more liquor.
What do we got here with this NBA men's national?
Let's go, Giants!
Whoa! Turn it!
So did you see on the NBA men's national team they put Kevin Love on the team for some reason, which was dumb. I feel like that was like
Which is weird.
yeah,
All
put the
players
white
they could have
guy.
added.
Kitty higher.
Yeah, put the white guy on the
Yeah.
team.
But yeah.
And then then they added they took him off. Somebody else went through protocols and got kicked off. I can't remember who. So instead of putting Trae Young on the team or somebody like that,
That's what I was. Dude, I was gonna ask that. Like, where the fuck is Trae Young?
yeah, they put Keldon Johnson and
Yeah. What?
JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee.
what are you
Why,
doing?
dude? That is- That's
God,
the
I love
last
that guy
fucking
too,
guy.
but God, he's trash.
He's garbage, dude. Come on.
By the way, that's another guy I would pick to start my franchise around. Not JaVale McGee, but Trae Young.
I was like, wait, what?
No, Trae Young.
What
If
about,
you wanted to,
baller ass. What about
that's like my dynasty pick.
What
Like
about
if you,
what about Joe Chick? Like, what if you want
Oh, yeah.
like a
Yep.
crazy just
Yeah,
lockdown
Jokic.
center that you're not getting past them. Like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the best way to start a team. I'm not a GM. I don't fucking know. Obviously, I'm gonna go for the guy that makes the most noise, the shooters and stuff. But what if that's not what you actually need to win? I guess you do need that to win. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? What if building
Jokic
a
is a
team
beast.
on just crazy defense would be even better?
I think it's funny that we talk about NBA so long, but I love the NBA. I think Jokic I think Denver would have went a lot further if they had Jamal Murray this year and he wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
For sure,
Jokic
for sure.
single-handedly, like I feel like, led them to that second round. The Suns just exposed them. But Jokic is a beast, dude. I mean, he's awesome.
A monster. So hold on. Speaking of the U.S. Olympic team roster, why is Jeremy Grant on it?
All right, yeah.
Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. I agree with all the other picks. You got Jason
Well,
Tatum,
they just
Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Draymond
Well, one of
Green
them got turned
is
away
almost
because
a
they turned it
question
down.
mark.
Yeah, Draymond shouldn't. Shouldn't be on it.
Yeah, he's starting to fade. I mean, he used to be a really good lockdown guy, but
Yeah.
I'm starting. I'm already. What? What do you got? What do you got, Lazook?
What? Hold up. What?
And then obviously, Adebayo, Booker, and Durant are
you
gimmies.
think Draymond should be on the USA team?
There's other power forwards that are better than him.
No, it's not.
Who? Oh my god, dude.
Listen, okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. There is not a better defender and NBA intelligence guy in the NBA.
Okay,
other than
I
Green.
feel okay. I'm gonna give you my take on that shit. I feel like he's self-appointed intelligent, and I feel like he's self-appointed a good defender because
Come on.
he's fucking loud and he's just aggressive. That's it. He's just in your face. I don't think he's that great a defender, and I don't think he's that intelligent. And
Come on.
I'll give you example A when he shot that dumbass shot at the beginning of the year this year, and he hit the backboard. Like, that is not intelligence.
Okay, and think about this. Would you, right now, for Team USA, would you take Draymond Green or Zion Williamson?
Zion.
Come on. I'm just saying.
Who would you take, Zook?
Okay, I'll take Zion, but only because USA basketball is offensive heavy. You're playing with the chumps.
Hold on.
Of course you're going to
Hey, this list goes. There's other power forwards. I haven't even got to the best one. I'm just starting with Zion. Do people forget about Anthony Davis?
I know, you're going to say...
Would you take Draymond Green or Anthony Davis?
You're going to say Jimmy Butler, you're going to say Harrison Barnes, you're going to say...
I was getting... yeah.
I mean,
all those guys.
But I'm just telling you,
Okay.
Right now that, in general, if I'm picking a team right now that's not USA basketball, I'm building a team, Draymond's on my team, for sure. Over everybody
Jimmy
else.
Butler... Over Jimmy Butler,
Butler's-
Zion Williamson, and Anthony Davis. You would take Draymond Green.
Over
those three guys.
Jimmy Butler for sure. Over Butler for sure. Zion, maybe not.
Then where was Zion? What, you think he wouldn't want to play for Team USA? Like, they didn't give the guy an invite.
Nah, I think Zion was hurt. Anthony Davis
hurt?
is hurt. Yeah,
I know
Anthony Davis is hurt.
Anthony Davis is always hurt. He's a pussy. He was on my fantasy team, and I
He
hate
is.
him.
He is a pussy.
But
His
I think
eyebrow
there's a
is
lot.
ugly.
I think there's a lot better picks. I mean, you can use his like veteran leadership, but Kevin Durant's got better. Dame has better leadership.
Well,
but,
I'm just talking power forwards. I'm talking about specifically that position. If you're trying to fill out a roster for Team USA, there are way better guys over Draymond Green in that position that I would take before him.
Giannis is one, but he's playing obviously, so he can't go.
Who's that other Siakam or whatever?
Siakam?
Siakam.
Siakam.
Who's the dude in New York? I had him on my fantasy team.
Mitchell Robinson.
No. The power forward.
I actually don't like Siakam.
Julius
I like
Randle.
Siakam.
Yeah,
Julius
Randle would have been
Where
so
was
much
Julius
better.
Randle? Come on.
So much better.
So much better. All day.
He's definitely a gangbanger.
I'm just saying, it's a weird pick to me. Draymond Green, I get it. He was good. He's still got that veteran leadership. But if you want to win, come on, dude. Let's put together a crazy team. We're Team USA. We have the best NBA players in the world. Why settle for Draymond Green?
Yeah. We're getting beat by Nigeria and fucking... who's their coach? Mike Williams.
Mike Brown. Mike Brown, dude.
yeah.
Former Cavs coach, former Lakers coach.
Get out of here.
He's a shit coach. All right, Zook, you got any last thoughts on Draymond Green?
Nah, you guys are tripping.
All right, that's all our NBA talk today. Last week we had UFC 264, which we went into talks with. We went in big. A lot of shit happened. Tith, take it over, dude.
All right, so the first fight I
Update,
really want to talk
Giants
about.
win 7-2. Giants win 7-2. Update.
Giants-
Giants win
Alert!
7-2.
Alert!
Alert! Red alert!
Yeah.
All right, so UFC 264. There were some
Give me a
really,
sounder.
really good fights that card. It was crazy. It was super exciting. The one fight I really want to talk about, which is the one I was looking forward to the
Exciting.
most going
I don't
into
know.
it, was the Sean O'Malley fight. Did you guys watch
Hardy.
it?
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
he knocked him out.
so Sean O'Malley beat the shit out of this guy for 3 rounds straight. But to my amazement, that guy just kept coming in.
Yeah, did
It
you see
was-
his nose?
Dude,
He was fucked.
I don't get it. That guy was
Yeah,
a
He was-
Terminator.
He was so pissed when they called it too. He was
Oh, yeah.
so pissed.
He wanted to keep going.
Ultra pissed.
Yeah,
Ultra
Dude,
pissed.
he was a speed bag. He was a punching bag for 15 minutes. And like what they said, he like landed like a record number of shots on his face. He had
Yeah.
like an 88% accuracy. He was landing at will whatever shot he wanted, and by the end of the 3rd round, he was over 200 strikes landed to his face. Like the guy was a Terminator. I don't understand how he was still walking. It was
did you
crazy.
see
But it
Sean
was
O'Malley?
the-
Didn't,
it was the
Sean
most
O'Malley didn't
exciting
have a
fight.
scratch. Sean O'Malley didn't have a scratch on his face. Either.
Oh, dude, he was like dancing and like he didn't even look like he did like a jog. He looked like he did a jog. Had a little bit of sweat. That was about it. It
Ridiculous.
was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Absolute destruction. So, with that
Can you
being
tell-
said,
can you just-
with that being
Go ahead.
said, do you guys think it's time for him to take on like a real?
he's got to get a
contender?
title shot.
You
Yeah,
think
he's
so?
got to get a title
You think
shot.
he's ready? I think so. A lot of people are skeptical
Whoa.
because they're like the UFC just keep feeding him a bunch of like nobodies. And that's why he's overperforming and he looks so good. I don't think so, dude. I think he's actually a beast.
Podcast, so, no.
His
Yeah.
timing and accuracy is like Conor McGregor when McGregor was good, but he's got a little bit more flash.
I feel like he is like that. He's got that presence of Conor McGregor when Conor McGregor was coming up, right?
Yeah.
Like he's Conor McGregor kind of came in and he was kind of unknown, but everybody kind of like jumped on his bandwagon real quick.
Yeah,
I feel like Sean O'Malley's got that.
he's got that like star
He's got
something in
that.
him. It's just like
Yeah.
a presence. He's got it.
Yeah.
But he's also a freak, dude. The accuracy in his strikes is crazy.
Mm.
Like he's got that crazy like duck and like swing and shit where like he's impossible to hit and he'll just be like pop pop. I don't know. I think he's amazing. I thought it was a great fight. That was the fight of all the night that I was the most impressed with. And then
Well, I was your boy Greg Hardy. Can we discuss
yeah,
that real
exactly.
quick?
We're
Your
gonna
boy?
get into the Greg Hardy. All right, so Greg Hardy. We talked
Your-
about it
your
last
boy?
week. We talked
Got
about
knocked the fuck out.
he got knocked the fuck out. But
Bro,
we talked about it last
bro,
week.
the Fijian,
This
the Fijian fire hose,
the fuck are you talking about, dude? What are you going off on?
Tai Tuivasa.
What's his nickname?
Oh, dude, he was taking those boot shots. Just fucking chugging boots. Anyways, so this was the first real test for Greg Hardy in his career. I think like he was fed like what they said about Sean O'Malley, where they were like, "Oh, he's being fed a bunch of like nobodies," and they just want to like hype him up
Yeah.
because he's a star. I feel like the UFC was actually doing that with Greg Hardy, and then they're like, "All right, it's time for him." You know, like he knocked a couple people the fuck out. Let's give him a real shot. He fought a top 15 fighter in Tai Tuivasa, crazy ass fucking Samoan dude from like Australia. Looks like he would eat you.
Yeah, he's a monster.
What's his
He's a
nickname?
monster.
What's his nickname, Zook?
No fucking clue. I made that shit up.
Oh, I thought you said like the Australian fire hose or something.
Yeah, dude, it might as well be.
It sounded right.
No.
Dude.
No,
Anyways.
but he was laying down the pipe, my dude.
But
Oh, play the
I'll-
video. Dude,
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it.
it was such
Play
a
that
short-
knockout.
Yeah, video.
But anyways, Greg Hardy looked good, dude, coming out.
He did.
He was
did.
throwing some really clean like strikes, and
Yeah.
he actually rocked him. He connected the first like hard shot, made the
He
dude
looked
stumble.
fit too.
What?
He looked fit. He looked like
he looked
was
hella.
like
Yeah, he looked like he'd been really.
he
training
was
on
ready.
cardio.
He's been training.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to let you guys know I'm getting really creeped out
Why?
because Anthony has been staring over my shoulder this entire time.
Oh, dude. You know.
Like he's sniffing me.
Man, does this guy
He's
play
definitely
well, right?
sniffing
Oh, dude, he's peeking over your shoulders.
And he has a weird smirk on his face.
A lot of the issues I had.
All right, here we go. This is Tai Vasa.
And a perfect
Crazy ass Australian.
See, like Vasa, like he obviously cut some weight. Like he's got a little flab right there.
Yeah, he just looks a little bit thinner than some of the fights I've seen him in before.
Yeah.
And he's a banger, dude. His nickname is Bam Bam.
It's not the Australian fire hose.
Well, it is now, but before it was Bam Bam. Oh, Bubba's favorite. It's... His head just explodes. Look at him, dude. Greg Hardy is savage.
That's what I'm saying. He looks
So athletic.
He's not even turned.
6'5", 280 pounds or some shit.
He was going against like 300-pound offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Like Joe Thomas's of the world.
I think Greg Hardy has the pure athleticism to really do really well in the UFC. But in this fight, you'll see he's points right to the center of the ring like let's bang, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
But you'll see
Let's go.
he doesn't have the fighter
Ty's
instinct to like pick the shots smartly.
When he says something, we gotta.
Yeah, Ty's more technical.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you
See, look
can
at
tell.
blocks Ty and then just goes in wild and got
Yeah.
clipped.
Oh, he put him on the like. Oh! Knocked him the fuck out.
So right here, when he clipped him,
He hit him, too. Like, Hardy hit him, had him on his heel.
When he says something, we gotta.
clipped him right next to it. Right here, bam! He stumbled him. His legs are giving out. He's all wobbly. Most fighters right here, in this position when the guy's wobbled, would assess the situation. They would see like, oh, he's grabbing his feet, like, you know, his right hand right here is ready to fucking go. I need to like strategically come in and make another shot first. But instead, watch what Greg Hardy does. Just fucking just goes in wild, dude. That's hot.
Yeah, that was
So
not a
that's
good
just,
move. That was
I
not
think
a
that's
smart
honestly
fight
just
move.
like veteran type shit. Like that's like a rookie mistake.
Let me ask you, Zook.
What?
What number beer is that? Because I feel like that's a brand new Corona, and that's probably number 6 already in 50 minutes.
What? No. Well, the horn was 2 beers apiece. I'm probably 6 deep.
6 deep, let's go. That's just getting
Let's
started.
go!
And then
Let's
2 of
go.
these, which you can't see because my screen blows big.
Oh.
Dude, what's up with your head? It kind of looks like you're like in a liquid booger.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you both fuck off on my screen? You get one. I got you. Got it. Understood.
All right, but yeah. Anyways, the Greg Hardy fight. I had high expectations for him. I think he's a freak athlete. I think he's actually going to do really well in the UFC. We saw that he made a rookie mistake. He clipped the guy. A good fighter too. He fucking rocked him, and he just went in crazy to finish it too early and got caught. He'll be
Yeah.
back.
Wait,
He'll be back better.
You really think Greg Hardy's gonna make a name for himself in the UFC?
I do actually, dude. If you watch his fucking striking. I mean, it's not bad. The dude is throwing.
His
some
striking's good. He just
Yeah.
got.
Look at those
Okay.
arms. Look how long his arms are.
Yeah, he got
Right
aggressive.
Ty's got great
He's
kicks,
a
man.
football player.
Training with to set those kicks a
The
little bit.
jab, sharp jab, with hella length, and then
Or
the
dang.
right hand he throws is fucking nasty.
When he says something, I gotta be quiet. My bad. A little bit. Oh.
Bam.
I feel like he's a football player, so he gets super aggressive.
Yeah, he was over aggressive. That was it.
Yeah, and
biggest
that's
weakness.
it. He just
A
needs
little
to
bit of
learn.
training. He'll bring it
Yeah.
down a little bit. He'll refine it, and you know those hands are just fucking made of lead. You get hit with those once, you're dead. It doesn't matter who you are. That's like
Come on.
it's like the Brock Lesnar status, dude. Like you think
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar was like the best fighter ever? No, he was just a freak athlete. He had
Yeah.
his each hand weighs like 55 pounds. You get
Yeah.
hit with it once, you're dead. Like that's all it is.
Okay, please tell me that you have that Connor broken ankle video.
So that is the grand finale. It was gross, to say the least.
Yeah, so Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier. Wasn't a title fight, but it was a main event.
Honestly, it's a little cringy. I can't even watch this shit. It's kind of gross.
That's a little cringy. I think I don't know what you think, Tith, but I feel like I think Poirier. I mean, we've seen enough broken ankles in the NBA and shit, but I think Poirier like had this match, like he was dominating a little bit. I think Connor
Man, here's the thing.
I don't know.
A lot of
I don't
people
know.
like. Did he dominate the first round? He won the first round. I'll say he was in control of the first round.
in
I wouldn't say he
control.
dominated because did Conor McGregor have any damage on his face after the fight?
No.
Dude, he
Not
looked
really.
fine. He was sitting in the corner talking shit with a broken ankle. The dude hadn't been hit. You know he's a baller. He's fucking ready for war at all times. I think the fight could have easily gone in McGregor's favor if it went to the second round. And a lot of people are saying that it was a checked kick that caused the broken ankle.
I think that's bullshit.
It is bullshit because Joe Rogan broke it down and he showed you exactly where it happened. It was right before the ankle broke. The kick right before. It was that kick. He fucking kicked him in the ribs and Poirier went like this and his ankle hit his elbow. So McGregor kicked his elbow, which is what caused his ankle to break. It wasn't the check kick at the beginning of the round.
Well, they're saying now, or he's saying now at least, that it was like broken before. Like he's had hairline fractures for days on his ankle or whatever. I don't know,
possible.
man.
It's possible that it was already
like-
damaged and then he just fucked it up even more.
I think that's possible too.
But I think it was definitely the elbow kick because when Joe Rogan broke it down and showed it, it was like, oh yeah, for sure that's it. You see it, just fucking clean ankle right to the elbow. Like that would break anyone's ankle.
I think the post fight reaction from Connor was hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Where he was
So
talking
much
about
shit.
like, oh,
fucking
your
ankle
wife's
folded in half.
in my
Just like,
DMs.
fuck you, your wife's in my DMs. This ain't
Yeah.
over, bitch. If I have to fight you in the streets, like he was going off, dude.
That's why I love Connor.
I love
like
Conor.
everybody like talks shit about it, but that's why I love Connor. See, look, like Dustin put some moves on though. Like Connor
Yeah,
ain't getting
but, like,
clean shots off.
Neither of them are landing anything.
Dustin
a
just
lot of,
landed. That's a land by Dustin. That's a land by Dustin.
Okay, the
That's a
overhand
shot by
right landed
Dustin.
on the
That's a shot
collarbone
by
like, right
Dustin.
here, pushed him back. He did
Shot.
land a couple jabs to the
Shot.
face, but like nothing that's gonna stop a fight.
No, but I'm
And
just
check this out.
saying
Talk about a controversy. Connor has him in a fucking deep choke right here, and look at his toes are in the fucking cage. That's illegal. He was using his toes in the cage to get leverage to break out of that choke, and he did.
It was a shitty ass choking anyway.
It wasn't. It was deep. Watch. Connor sinks it in. That's deep. Drops it down. Watch the first thing he fucking does with his legs. He goes up, starts pushing off the cage, getting leverage. See, look, he's prying. You can see it. He's literally using the cage to pry out of
good
that.
point.
It was a deep choke. He knew he was in danger. He had to cheat. But hey,
Catching those
it's part of
bows,
the game. If the ref doesn't call it, is it cheating? If the forest falls in the tree
No.
and no one's there to see it, did it actually fall?
Come on. I'm curious.
And so yeah,
I think,
Justin's on top here. He broke out of the choke. You know, he does a little ground and pound. Nothing really lands though because his face is fine. If he was landing
What
good
those
shit,
up kicks?
he would have a little
Those
bit of
nasty
blood
up
on his
kicks.
face. Didn't have shit. Yeah, he landed a couple up kicks right to his dome. You know, it was an average first round. I don't think either guy did a ton of damage. Poirier definitely controlled the most. And then right here, bam, kicks in the elbow. Right there.
He caught him.
And then steps
Justin
back
caught
on it.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He's just not exciting. Poirier is not exciting. I don't want to watch him fight.
No, look
He's
at
not.
even Conor with a broken ankle laying on the ground, the dude couldn't finish him.
I want to see Khabib. I want to see Diaz. I want to see fucking Adesanya. I don't want to see Poirier. Come on.
I hope they're gonna show the replay. It's fucking gross.
It is
Yeah,
gross.
it's nasty. You know what we could probably rank the grossest ankle
Look at
breaks that
it.
I've ever.
Ew.
The grossest ankle breaks I've ever seen
Here
on
it
TV.
is. Here it is. Ah!
Ew. Ew.
Ah, fuck, dude. All right, I'm done. I can't watch this shit anymore.
No. Have you? Did you guys ever see the Paul George ankle break?
That was nasty.
No.
And Las Vegas Team USA shit? That was gross. And then did you see the Gordon Hayward one on opening night when he was on the Celtics?
But,
I heard
dude, nothing is
Dak
gross.
Prescott is pretty gross.
Chris Weidman.
Chris Weidman,
Oh,
Anderson Silva.
and Anderson Silva. Oh my god.
But
those
what
were
about Dak?
both-
People said Dak Prescott, his ankle was fucking gross.
Oh yeah, Dak's ankle was
Oh.
sideways.
Ooh,
I heard that was. I didn't see it, but I heard it was nasty.
Wyden was involved in both of those. He had one himself, and then one like obviously against him from
Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that Dak one I forgot about. That was disgusting. That was fucking
Yeah, I heard
disgusting.
Dax was like fucking like dangling, like straight up just like fucking spinning in circles.
The thing is that Wyman one, he like stepped back, right, and like the whole thing was caved in like a.
Dude, I don't know what it is about that shit. I can't watch it. It fucking grosses
I know.
me out.
I can't watch it either. I think somebody was trying to get me to watch it the other day. I think it was Jane. I think it was my wife. And she's like, "Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it." And I'm just like, "Dude, I'm cool. Like, I don't want to watch this
Yeah,
shit."
I know
Like,
he broke his
I've
ankle. I don't need to
seen
see it.
Yeah, I've seen it enough times. Like, I can just feel the I can feel it every time I see it. It's nasty.
What's going on with that Anthony, dude?
Oh man,
He's open your
I can
earpiece.
like honestly, like I can feel it breathing down my neck. Like I can feel it in here. It's like hot egg breath, and like there's a hint of garlic and like chicken wings.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
It's all grossness.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
so that was the UFC event. Sean O'Malley was definitely the most exciting fight. It went all 3 rounds, so you got to see a lot of action. Whereas the Greg Hardy fight and the McGregor fight both stopped in the first. And honestly, there wasn't a lot of action.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't. The prelims were pretty good. I didn't know any of the fighters. Prelims were
I
fun to
didn't know
watch
any of the
those.
fighters either.
There was a
I
bunch of
didn't see it.
knockouts.
I watched the highlights.
So we'll be basically continuing our coverage on UFC as we go. There's not a big event for probably a couple months,
Yeah,
but they do those like UFC Vegas
the fight nights.
events and fight nights that are coming up. So if there's any big fights, we'll keep you guys updated.
Yep.
So next thing that we're going to talk about is the MLB All Star Weekend or week, I guess, because they don't do it on the weekend. So Home Run Derby. I don't know if you guys watched it. Apparently, Lazook just left without his green screen. So
I
Home
didn't
Run
watch
Derby.
it, honestly. I don't give a
No.
fuck about baseball.
No, honestly, the Home Run Derby is the coolest thing to watch about All Star Weekend. It like, especially because they changed the rules. The Home Run Derby used to be like, basically you get 10 outs. So basically every ball you hit that's not a home run is an out. And
Yeah.
You get 10 of them, and it's like however many home runs you hit in between. Now it's like a timed event to where you get like, I can't remember the time frame, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as you can. And it's kind of cool because by the time you're done, like you're basically tired as fuck. Like you saw Shohei Ohtani and the other dude that he was faced off against, like literally like hunched over, tired after they're done, which I thought was sick. Like some people think like, oh, it's a competition and you shouldn't get people hurt during an All-Star game, and I was like, oh, that's sick. You can see how much people's endurance is. So Juan Soto was the guy he hit off against. Did you watch Home Run Derby, Zook?
Yeah, it was the same. That fucking guy, it just sucks that he plays in Anaheim, right? I mean, that, like, literally, if Ohtani was playing anywhere else in a major market, he'd be in every newspaper, every headline, every ESPN highlight. I mean, the guy is just breaking records all over the place, and no one says shit about it. It's just incredible.
Yeah. We lost the Tith.
He was literally a starter in the fucking both as a batter and as a pitcher in the All-Star game. Come on.
Yeah, which is like absolutely insane. I mean, he's got 32 home runs this year. He's got like a 3.5 ERA, which isn't great, but it's not bad. He's got a winning record on the year. So I think, he's a beast. He's just, how can you compete with that? We've never seen anything in our lifetime like that.
Anyways, where are we at? We were talking about the Home Run Derby when I left.
Yeah, so we were talking about. Have you heard of Shohei Ohtani? And do you know like kind of what?
I've heard of him. I don't know anything about baseball or who's good.
So basically,
big name
he's
players.
he's a Japanese player that came over here last year, plays for the Angels, and he is one of the rare breeds that is a we've never seen this in our lifetime, where he's a pitcher and he plays field positions when he's not pitching. So he is the league leader in home runs this year. He's already got 32.
Damn.
He's hitting the shit out of the ball, and he's still a great pitcher that is going on with a 3.5 ERA.
Wait, he's a pitcher and he's got that kind of hitting record?
And he's a hitter. Yeah.
What the
He's playing
fuck?
in the American League. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's like basically the next coming of Babe Ruth.
What team is he on?
He's on the Angels.
Oh, dude, my team. Yes.
So the Angels basically have the 2 best players in the major leagues.
That's hilarious.
And yeah.
I don't care about baseball, so I always tell people I'm an Angels fan because I know they're like consistently the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I can't be a bandwagoner if I'm an Angels fan.
Well, that's what's crazy. We gotta get. Oh, there he is. We gotta get. Zook back. We got Zook back.
Zutch! Can you hear us?
I doubt it. It doesn't look like it. Zook, you in here?
He might just be so turned that he thinks he's in like another reality. He's like experiencing this podcast as if it's a Rick and Morty episode.
That's funny.
Look
at him, dude.
He's
just
jumping through like different multiverses and having conversations with different versions of us.
Dude, he's just been hammering too many horns of Corona.
Oh, dude, way too many horns.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, Puss? You made it back to base reality?
Yeah. How many conversations did you have about Shohei Ohtani?
Oh, dude.
Oh, he's out.
He's out.
Dude, no green screen. That's what happens.
Anyways, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Shohei was in the home run derby, and he was kind of the clear favorite to win. He's a big dude. He's a big Asian dude. Just absolutely rake. Like, he can hit the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
The first round of the home run derby, him and Juan Soto, who were probably the top 2 hitters, went into a playoff. It was like they went into a playoff, and then they went into another playoff where it was like a swing off. Went through the home run derby. Pete Alonso ended up winning. He won like 2 years ago too. Nothing crazy.
See, I don't even know who Pete Alonso is.
He plays for the Mets. He's like a second-year player, third-year player, something like that. Zook's back.
Zook! Lazook! Got that Lazook stream. What's up, pussy?
We lost the Zook.
It's alright, he'll figure it out.
So, the All-Star game itself, like, nobody watches that shit. Have you ever heard of Tith? You're not the biggest baseball fan. Have you ever heard of Vladimir Guerrero?
I've heard the name. Don't know anything about the guy.
So, Vladimir Guerrero was a player back, like, when I was growing up. He's, like, my favorite baseball player.
Okay.
He played for the Expos and the Angels. And he played for a couple other teams, too.
The
Blue
Expos.
He's one of those players, like, he would swing at everything. Like, he would literally swing at balls that bounced into the plate. He'd swing at balls outside the plate. But he could fucking rip the ball. He could hit so well.
So he's like, I don't care what you give me, I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, see, he had a cannon from the outfield. He had an absolute cannon for an arm. Well, his son, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., was the All-Star Game MVP, and he hit a home run in it. He's like one of the best players in the league. He's playing for the Blue Jays.
That's pretty cool.
So it's kind of like a new like wave of MLB stars, like, that are sons of former MLB stars. Like, you got Fernando Tatis Jr., you got Bo Bichette, you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, there's just a new wave of MLB All Stars that's crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. So the biggest thing about the home run derby, dude, play this video because this is kind of hilarious. I think this is right at the beginning of the home run derby. Somebody launched one into the upper deck. And
is that the ESPN link?
We can hear you.
What's up, Zutch? Can you hear us?
Yeah, hold on.
So I got the bracket highlights. All-Star Swan.
Okay.
Is it the Pete Alonso wins it? That video?
It's a fan fall.
Oh, Oh, fan.
Video 5.
fan falls.
Yeah, I got you.
These shitty ass headphones, bro.
Your audio cut out?
Yeah, dude, these fucking headphones that work fast.
That's why you need a
Alright,
green
Green
screen.
screen, dude.
Yeah, green screens are
Oh,
good.
okay.
Here we go.
Alright, so this is hilarious. This dude
Oh,
goes all out. He brought his glove to the field, singing
Did he
the
make
upper
the
deck.
catch?
Absolutely went all out over the fucking railing. Boom, hit that dude coming down. Had no idea it was coming. Gets up. Acts like it's no big deal. But
Did he
dude,
make the catch?
I think he made the catch.
Yes.
Let's see.
Then it was worth it.
Let's see if he raises it up. Oh, we don't get it.
Oh, wait, I don't think he made the catch. Hold on. Oh, I can't. Wait, can't you?
Yeah, you gotta go to settings.
Playback speed. We're going to play at half speed.
What time is it?
Okay, here it comes. He didn't make the catch!
He missed it?
I thought he
caught it.
It's like the back purple wall.
Well, the funny thing is, I think that was right at the beginning of the home run derby. And think about being in the upper deck. You get a ticket to the home run derby right next to the foul pole. And you jump over the fence and land on your back against concrete.
Ooh. I left an upper decker at Lazook's house.
Shut up.
Pussy.
How'd that taste?
See?
Oh, he's still wondering why every time he flushes, the water is still brown.
Okay.
All right, Lazook, dude. All-Star games suck. Nobody watches that shit. Honestly, I saw a stat, though, that more people tuned into the MLB All Star game than the NBA All Star game and the NFL Pro Bowl combined.
Oh, combined?
Damn.
That's actually crazy.
Crazy.
I wouldn't expect that, honestly. At all.
Okay.
All right, so what do we got next? We have the Indians' second half prediction.
Yeah, I'll take care of the Indians second half prediction, and then we'll move to the Giants second half prediction. And Zook is here. Zook, your audio working?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can't hear you, dude.
Oh.
I can see your
Zook.
mouth. So once
Blew
you
your
get
life
that,
savings on Dogecoin.
once you get that shit figured out, I have followed the Indians none this year. They're my obviously team. I got the C on my hat representing Cleveland. They're second in the AL Central right now. 4 games over 500, I think. I believe the White Sox are in first. Like they got to step up. Like they've given up the farm. They gave up Francisco Lindor this year. Didn't re-sign him. They need something to happen. They need to get it together. They have a good pitching staff. They have a good farm team. They had 2 All Stars this year. Shane Bieber and Jose Bieber. No, Shane Bieber, dude.
They have Justin Bieber and Boba Fett
on their team.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, dude. One guy has a jetpack. But yeah, I mean, I think the Indians will probably finish second. They'll probably. It'd be great. I think it's a win if they make the wild card. But honestly, I feel like they're gonna miss the playoffs.
Damn.
And go from there. Zook, I think your mic's working. So
Does that work?
what do you think about?
Yeah, you're good.
What do you think
Give
about
us the breakdown of the Giants.
What do you think about the Giants' first half, second half?
First half, they played above their pay grade for sure, but a lot of injuries. I just feel like I hate the fucking Dodgers. I hate them like more than I hate a lot of things. But like I feel like the Dodgers are so good. They're like they're gonna come up with like a 14-game win streak coming up soon, and I just feel like I don't know, man. We'll see. Giants are going to the playoffs, bottom line, but the question is, can they beat the fucking Dodgers?
Yeah, they could beat the Dodgers. Anyone can beat the Dodgers. Let's fuck the Dodgers.
I think like the Dodgers are fucking good. The Dodgers are stacked. They have one of the highest payrolls in the MLB. They buy their players. I think they are a piece of shit team. I agree with you, Zook, and I'm not even a Giants fan. But I mean, you gotta be realistic. The Giants ain't gonna hold this shit up.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think the Giants are going to hold their lead. I mean, they're playing, like you said, they're playing above their pay grade. I don't see them doing this. What do you think, Zeke? I don't see them. I see them making a wild card, but I don't see them winning the division.
Well, the only obstacle is the Dodgers. The Padres are junk. They're gonna get smoked. We've already owned them numerous times. We played the fucking Diamondbacks like 25 times. They're trash.
Yeah,
So
Diamondbacks are the worst team in the league.
By far. I feel like as long as we can go 50-50 against the Dodgers down the stretch, we're going to pull the playoffs, no problem. Maybe get a 1 seed if we're lucky, but I mean, the bottom line is, are they going to beat the Dodgers in the playoffs? That's the bottom line.
Or how do you think they're going to hold up against the Angels?
Come on, bro.
They probably don't even play the Angels again.
Actually, dude, listen.
Angels got Angels in the outfield.
So today, like randomly, I got involved in a discussion about like greatest players of the last 10 years. Don't ask me why; it's a long story. But this dude at work was like, "Oh yeah, fucking Mike Trout, this and that." Because because I was talking about how like the other day I went to the Giants game was Willie Mays Day, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, look at the stats, bro. He was like, Mike Trout, he's better than Willie Mays by stats. And I was like, come on, bro. Tell me why I go on Mike Trout's. No, listen. I go on Mike Trout's stats, right? And I swear to fucking God, if you pull him up right now, it'll blow your fucking mind. He's literally like top 3 in every stat there is known to man for the last 10 years.
Absolutely. Mike Trout is an absolute. Well, it's funny is like that's what the meme is. Like the meme is all the time. It's like, yeah, Mike Trout hits 350, 60 home runs, 120 RBIs with like 600 slugging percentage or whatever, 750, and the Angels win 6 games this year.
All right, I got the
like you can't. It doesn't correlate to wins, and same thing with Shohei. Like now it's like Mike Trout hits 2 home runs, Shohei hits 3 home runs, and the Angels lose 14-6. Like they have 2 of the best players in baseball, and they can't correlate it to wins.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's
look at the
sad.
stats. Look at the art. Look at the home runs. 310 home runs, 10 years. He's already in the Hall of Fame right now.
That's pretty crazy.
It ain't Barry Bonds status.
I know, but listen,
if
you put the stats side by side to Barry or Willie or Mays,
he hit 45 home runs in 2019.
Yeah,
and they sucked.
And they still suck. This year they're kind of picking up some steam a little bit. But it's crazy that you get. And the reason they're picking up steam, I think, is because Joe Maddon's their manager. Joe Maddon just he won with the Cubs, he won with the Rays. He's just a winning manager. But fuck, dude, you got 2 of the best players in baseball and you can't win.
Yeah.
Like, get your shit together.
It's embarrassing.
I wonder if it's one of those things though, where like the ownership isn't willing to spend the money. Like, there's those teams that always just kind of rise low, like the Detroit Lions, because they're never willing to truly actually make a winning team.
Like the Indians
floating around. Yeah, exactly.
The
Indians. Like, they just got lucky and drafted the 2 best players.
The Indians have great teams year in and year out, but they literally will not spend a dime on anybody.
Yeah,
they will just use their farm system. They have a great farm system where they bring in pitcher after pitcher after pitcher after pitcher, and like shortstop and like all these crazy guys. They'll let them play, be all stars for 2 years, and then the Yankees fucking sign or the Dodgers or whoever the fuck.
It's gross.
It's crazy.
Dude, just forever being an Indians fan that's going to be disappointed.
1948.
Okay, listen, I'm going to name off their top 5 starters, and outside of Shohei Ohtani, I bet that neither of you know anything about any of these fuckers. Are you ready?
Are you kidding? Angels are my team, dog.
Okay, Andrew Heaney.
No idea who that is.
Baller.
Nothing. Dylan Bundy. Who?
No idea.
Ted Bundy.
No idea. Alex Cobb.
I've heard of Alex Cobb.
Questionable.
Like
Patrick Sandoval.
Nope.
I know Pablo Sandoval.
Dude, I'm all about Patrick Sandoval.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I know Kurt Suzuki, their catcher.
Yeah.
I know
okay.
that Indian or the Asian pitcher that Dubz was just telling me about.
Shohei Ohtani, they can't even remember his name.
Yeah, that dude. I know him all day.
They also have Adam Eaton.
Hunter Strickland. They have Hunter Strickland, former Giant.
Hunter Strickland, who got in a fight with Bryce Harper.
That was epic. Actually, you know what's funny is that today in the pregame notes, today's game, they were talking about like fights the Giants have had in the last 50 years, whatever. And one was like back in the day with the Cardinals. The other one was Hunter Strickland against Bryce Harper, throwing hands.
What about when Barry Bonds threw hands with Kimbo Slice in the dugout?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
He was doing Royce.
I thought like Hunter Strickland would be an all-time giant after that. Like to throw hands with
Big Bad
Bryce Harper. Dude, play that video. I just sent a video to you in Discord. Play that video. That's a Bryce Harper Hunter Strickland fight, which is kind of cool.
Dude, jab, cross, done.
And he's a bitch and threw his helmet.
Oh, shit.
He did throw his helmet a little
This
bit.
story starts.
It's kind of funny.
Healthcare can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny that we got on the Angels topic, but it's always like in my mind that I'm like,
Back
well, what
in
the fuck
2014, when young Bryce Harper took Strickland deep.
Oh, they're singing on birthday. I missed
postseason.
it.
This was the first home run of the
About to throw
NLDS.
hands.
Bryce just kind of just watches it a tiny bit. Bat flips. I don't think that's anything that disrespectful. The next home run, this is where it gets tricky.
Zook's got like 80,000 people.
I know. You're doing a swinger party.
Is it fair? Is it foul?
Bro,
Everyone's
coming
looking.
hot.
How many
Just
people
trying
are
to
here?
figure out if this is a home run
At least
or not.
20.
So Bryce is staring and watching it, but it's not really in the glory
wanna
of
see
the
the throw
swing.
hands.
It's
Let's
kind of
go.
like, what is that?
Listen,
Everyone
and,
else is
and you know why not a single one of us come in this room? They know better.
That's all apparent.
Here we
But
go.
first
Beam
pitch,
him.
Bryce
And he
Harper
said,
says,
fuck you.
He said, let's go.
flips him. Now he
Threw
goes
his
for
helmet.
That's a bitch move.
throw.
Like
You
a
know,
Oh, look at
bitch.
the face! Look at that face!
Me personally,
What a bitch.
Bro.
that
Oh
they
my
don't
god,
know.
dude! He's a fucking
Think about
werewolf.
it. Dude just threw a
Look at
baseball
Hunter.
at him.
Hunter's like
At least
6'9", bro.
Back at him. Like you throw something to me.
Dude,
I throw
Anthony
something
really
to
likes this
Kinda
video.
adds up in my
You guys
head.
want to pause and look
So
at his
anyway,
face.
Yeah, dude. Anthony,
He's like peeking over my shoulder. Threw his helmet like a bitch, and then Hunter Strickland says,
slips
you
from
threw
his
a
fingers.
fucking helmet at him?
It slipped out of his hand!
It wasn't even close. It wasn't
It wasn't even a good throw!
In an awkward place.
What a
Look,
faggot.
his footing's bad. Oh, also,
Point at him.
this is the
Watch his
Buster
throw.
Posey shot.
Pathetic.
Look at Buster Posey down there.
Oh, and then he took a right hand. Quick right hand.
Started going.
Hunter
and
Strickland
fighting
went off
with
on
Buster
him.
Posey hasn't even thought about it. Now, did Strickland tell him
he's
not to
getting-
come out?
he's getting tore up.
Maybe. Did Buster Posey think Strickland was being a little bitch? Probably, because check this out.
They're empty the seats.
Bumgarner,
Empty
the
them.
angriest guy ever, always up for a good yell.
Madison Bumgarner said nope.
Doesn't care
I
at all.
don't know why he said nope. He went like
Sprinting out to the fence, Strickland.
Where's
Bumgarner,
Posey at?
No interest
clubhouse.
at all.
Oh,
I think that's
Posey's
kind of
chilling, dude.
eye-opening
Chilling,
to.
That's crazy. I
He's got
never
a
saw
margarita in his
Strickland,
hand.
how he felt
I
about
never
this.
saw Madison Bumgarner
And
like
all
all
that.
that shit.
So anyway,
I'm going back.
here's the helmet throw, and he gets the
See, I'm
footing
cool, all
on
this drama
peak,
shit.
Watch his right hand.
Now
Watch his right
that's
hand.
just square up, and we got multi-cam. Look at
Watch
this
this.
side by side. John Boy Media just crushing it.
Oh.
This little open hand
That's a bitch slap.
contact with Bryce
my
Harper
God,
there.
dude.
Then they're gonna
He
throw.
said,
a
oh,
left
he's gonna
right.
come through with the right.
So left,
body
right.
shot that
Oh, got him in
doesn't
the rib,
Now
one in the
Bryce is
rib.
coming back with another right that doesn't
that?
count. So that was
Bro.
the first four.
I've never seen this like this before. Oh my
I've
god.
I've never
Alright,
seen the
let's
slow-mo
reset.
of it.
And Strickland goes for a little
Bryce
cross,
Harper
and Bryce
is a
sets
bitch.
up for the
Watch
haymaker.
this, watch this, watch this.
Strickland-
Oh!
And now Bryce throws, and that's the
Oh, he got him.
cleanest
Harper got him
shot
on that
we're gonna
one.
get. The brim
Bryce Harper
protects
got him.
him.
Yeah, he threw a
I don't
big
know.
old-
Physical
That was a big
contact
slap. That was a
in
big
the face.
slap.
Was
That
it
was a big slap.
powerful? Probably not. Did the brim
That
help?
was a
Yeah.
big, that was
The
a
biggest
wide sweeping overhand right.
of this whole
Look at his
thing
melon. Look at his
is
melon
two
full of hair. It
teammates,
goes
Shark
weird.
That was like
and
what the
Morse.
Canadian
Actually
threw.
ends,
The big
Morse's
old
big
overhand
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Look at this.
What the
It's
hell?
kind of funny because
Like you can see it coming
both
from a
have
mile
on
away.
Yeah.
They both have the
Dude,
sunglasses.
if you ever
on.
running,
Looks
starting
like
someone and
two
they're not
extreme
expecting you to
punch
punch them,
each
you
other,
punch
or a
them,
guy
blast them in
running
the
over
face.
But yeah, this ends
You
his
better
career.
fucking do some damage.
He was on
You better at
the
least
way out.
knock him down.
Solidified that, yeah, maybe baseball's going to be over. And that was a huge collision. And
That's
Shark
crazy though.
was close to Bryce.
When did that happen?
You know, more
That was
helped
3
out
years
Bryce
ago?
there. Just check out this replay.
Cray cray.
Bryce Harper was So yeah, baseball, dude. So
Baseball
Giants
gets turned sometimes.
Giants. I feel like the Giants ain't good. I feel like the Giants are gonna make the wild card. I don't even know what they do with the wild card anymore. I think they have a playing game. Giants, Padres for the wild card game. They'll play the Dodgers and then lose. So it doesn't matter.
Giants are gonna win, but the only team standing in their way right now, the Angels. My hot take.
The Angels are in the American League.
Yeah, wrong league, home slice.
No,
Anyways,
I'm talking about the
good hot
championship.
take.
I'm talking championship, dog.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Way to backpedal, pussy.
Yeah. I got that backpedal game on. All right. We're gonna shift gears here. We're gonna go into the PGA Tour. We're gonna let Lazook take that one over. Freaking.
Who's Chazin?
Dr. Golf over here. Let's see what you got, dude.
How do you say his name? Oosthausen?
Oosthausen.
Oosthausen.
Herb said that with an echo going.
So, Tith, have you heard the whole fiasco with Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka?
No.
Okay,
this is golf.
This is golf. So Bryson DeChambeau. Well, we'll start with Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka is a tall dude. He's a good golfer. He's won a couple of majors here and there. He's like kind of like, I don't know. He looks like a golfer in my sense. Like he just looks like a golfer. He's a good golfer. Bryson DeChambeau. He kind of started off a little skinnier, and then he kind of competed for some majors, and he went into this off-season regime where he just like he looked at stats and he tried to bulk himself and hit the ball further, and he came out and he won the U.S. Open I think last year, and just basically by playing a different brand of golf, like he just hit the shit out of the ball, just crushed it. And won a major, and he just calculated, and he always like talks to himself all the time and just does weird shit, and he's kind of a douche.
One of those.
So Brooks Koepka called him out, like he was in an interview. Zook is trying to talk to us, we can't even hear him.
Well, I'm also trying not to laugh at the fact that his green screen looks so shitty.
Oh, we can hear him now. Hey, chat, can we hear him on? Can you guys hear him on Twitch?
I can see when he comes on because I've run the OBS.
Yeah.
So his mic output or input is 0. Like there's nothing coming from his OBS mic.
You gotta turn your mic on in OBS, Zook.
Go to OBS Ninja, go to settings, audio, and set your mic.
And do the same thing in Discord. So yeah. Anyways, like Brooks Koepka was doing an interview, and Bryson DeChambeau was walking behind him, and he was talking to himself. And Brooks Koepka was like, "Oh, this." Basically, he's like, "This fucking guy. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, walking through my interview and just still talking to himself. I fucking hate this guy." So it started this whole fiasco of like Brooks Koepka versus Bryson DeChambeau, and they had interviews with both of them, and they were like, both like, "Yeah, I hate this guy. I hate this guy." So it's just kind of an ongoing weird golf thing. Like usually golf, they don't have these kind of rivalries in it, but it's just kind of funny because it's like, one guy's kind of like Brooks Koepka is kind of like the jock in a sense, and Bryson DeChambeau is just a weirdo who's just annoying and kind of talks to himself, but hits the shit out of the ball. Something happened today with Bryson DeChambeau. And I'm not sure what it was. Zook was about to touch on it.
Did they throw hands?
No, like I think he blew up or something happened with him. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to look it up right now.
Okay, so I think we're going to have to bypass the golf section because Lazook is having technical difficulties.
So anyways, so we talked about Brooks Koepka, Bryson feud.
Yeah.
So Bryson DeChambeau, so there's this thing last week that got put on. It's called The Match.
Uh-huh.
So the match they've been doing is basically a celebrity pro.
Oh, we got Lazook back.
You fucking pussies.
Just coming back rowdy as ever.
Is he on Twitch?
Bro, listen,
yeah, his audio's good. Yeah, no, you're good. You're 100%. We can hear you on Discord and Twitch.
So what happened with Bryson DeChambeau today?
Okay, so he lost his shit on a reporter because they asked him about his driver because he was pissing and moaning about how. Okay, so DeChambeau is like next level, right? Like he's not a typical golfer. Dude swinging like 140 miles an hour, 150 miles an hour, like some next level shit. And so like if he's off by a cock hair, the ball's just getting sprayed. But his mentality is like, fuck it. Like if I hit the ball 390 yards and I'm still only pitching wedge away, if I'm in the rough, who gives a shit, right? Cool, whatever. But today it was like ultra bad, right? And in those, and in the British Open, I call it the British Open because it is the British fucking Open. It's like you're either in the fairway or you're in like 3 feet of bullshit fescue. And so he was spraying it. And some reporter was like, oh, so I saw that your driver was spraying everywhere. He lost his shit and like went ballistic on dude. I mean, the bottom line is, dude, the guy is not cut out for major championships. He's like Tiger Woods, but like the amateur version. He winds up, he crushes it. It's good for the game. But at the end of the day, I would take Koepka 1,000 times over Shambo and
Same.
100%.
Same, dude.
Fuck Shambo.
The video quality in that where you raised him up and made him bigger was awesome. Especially on his voice raised. I agree. Like Bryson DeChambeau is so fucking annoying. Like he's just like picture golfing with that kind of guy. Like just picture that. Like picture going out to like, oh, I'm gonna play like, you know, we've all golfed together.
Yeah.
Me and Zook have played a lot of rounds of golf together.
Speaking of golfing together,
dude, listen, just post
your
that
story.
picture of him wearing a
Story.
fedora. You put a picture of him wearing the fedora.
Yeah, like
that's all you gotta
picture
say.
going out with a guy to play golf, and he starts like just like murmuring little things in his head all the time. Like, oh,
Just
I should
constantly.
have.
What's this guy's name?
Taken my swing back a little bit and done this different. I should have done this different. Like I would just be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Stop playing with me. Like go the fuck home. Like that shit is crazy.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah. So the match is basically So Bryson DeChambeau hit his driver like shit today. Still shot a 71, but he's out of the mix. So the match that was on, what was that, last week?
Yeah, last week.
So basically the match is like they
come
pick,
on, bro, that hat. You can't be a G wearing that hat. You can't.
Yeah, he's such a douche. So the
Look
match
at that
is
stupid fucking face. Like,
yeah, he's got a dumb face. He bulked up a ton. Like he put on a ton of muscle just so he can hit it harder and hit the ball further. And I mean, he's just a douchebag.
He looks like a dweeb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they played the
A1
match last week, which is basically they take celebrity golfers and they put them with pro golfers, and they have this like charity match. So the week before last, they had Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady versus Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers. And Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady played in this before and beat who did they beat, Zook? God, I can't remember who they played. Charles Barkley and somebody else.
Oh God, that was a while ago, huh?
That was a while. I can't remember who was with them.
Did they win?
Brady and Phil Mickelson won. So on this one, it was pretty close. You
were saying that Aaron Rodgers was just sinking like putts from deep.
Dude, put the video.
Dude, unbelievable. Daggers.
Aaron Rodgers was drilling putts. Like, it was ridiculous. Also, Tom Brady played hella good. There was a hole, while you pull up this video, there was a hole that, it was a par 4, I want to say it was like, what do you think it was, like 350, 380, something like that, and DeChambeau put a drive within like 15 feet, and Tom Brady pulled up, hit his drive, and put it within like 8 feet on a par 4. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, he stopped it.
It was stupid.
It was Tiger Woods last year.
Aaron Rodgers match-winning putt.
Yeah, and like the difference in this was
quality
like
of this video is fucking dog shit.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if you have the video up, but it's not playing. Aaron Rodgers.
It was Tiger and Peyton Manning.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but that wasn't, dude. That was a gimme putt for him. Like
Yeah,
if you played that,
Is he just
literally.
sinking like
If you
nasty
play-
putts from all over the place?
if you play that full video I sent you, like it's highlights of him just banging putts.
He was.
Where did you send it?
Dude,
In
it's
chat
it's
or
the sheet.
in the sheet, yeah, the sheet.
Video 8.
I got you.
Come
I got
on.
you.
Come on, Mod. Let's go, Mod.
Aaron Rodgers piece.
Go to videos.
Yeah, I got it.
Listen, listen. I don't want to make this PGA a bunch of long talk, but I will tell you this: we should do long shots. And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna fucking win. And I'm gonna tell you right fucking now, John Rahm wins. Heard it here first. Long peace.
What are you even
I don't-
talking about?
I don't think that's a long shot though. Like I mean, maybe now after round 2, John Rahm, but John Rahm is a beast. Like he is fucking good, and he's so
Okay.
He flies
Okay,
under
Tith.
the radar all the time.
Yeah, hold
and
on.
he's a beast.
Tith, you don't know the story because you're a douche and you watch hockey. But listen, this motherfucker, like last month. Okay, listen. He was winning the tournament by like Dubz. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like 5-6 shots going into Sunday. He goes into Sunday. They're like, "Hey, bro, by the way, you have COVID. Fuck off." So he can't finish the tournament, and he's leading by like 5 or 6, right? Whatever the number is, leading by a ton. The following week is the U.S. Open. Motherfucker just dominates. Okay, comes in and dominates.
He didn't dominate. Like it was close, and then he like the last like 3 holes, it was like tied. The last 3 holes, he just banged putts.
Oh,
like, he
so
banged putts.
So those stats are insane. So he
Garbage dog.
He finished that tournament birdie on the 3 hardest holes in the golf course.
Yeah. And it wasn't like birdie, put it right next to the hole. It was like birdie, like make a 30-foot putt, birdie, make a
15-foot. 16 was like from like 45 feet. It was insane.
it was ridiculous. Yeah, so John Rahm, I think, is the best, hottest golfer right now in the world. I could see him long shot. What's he at right now?
He's 6 back. He's 6 back. That's tough. That's tough.
He's a pussy.
That's tough.
I mean, I don't even.
That's
I
my
don't
hot
even
take.
know how those courses play. Like, how's that course play?
Well, Royal St. George is like one of the only quote unquote link style courses that is not quite link style golf. Like normal links, you literally go 9 holes out and 9 holes back. You're against the wind, you're down the wind, it's over with. This is one of those courses where every hole is different, right? You're side wind, downwind, upwind, whatever. But like Louis Oosthuizen, bro, listen, this guy's been on fire too. He literally finished second in that Open. I mean, he was leading that tournament, I think, if not 2 rounds, maybe 3. I'll have to look back at it. But, I mean, Oosthuizen, as dumb as he is, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he'll probably choke for the most
He's gonna
part.
choke.
I don't know.
So who's your pick, Tith? Who's your pick for the winner of this event?
Shit, I'm gonna go with Oosthuizen.
He's all Thornton. He's all Joe Thornton.
Because of his name. His name is crazy. You got to go with the crazy name.
All right, Zook, who you taking?
Going John Rahm.
You're going John Rahm?
John Rahm.
Yeah.
I'm going to take DJ, dude.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take DJ to come back.
Going for the Cinderella story. Come back, kid.
No, he's been a choke artist in the past, big time. Like, he's kind of laughable choke artist. But he's in there. He's up in contention, and I could see him tearing this course apart.
So y'all got different picks. I got freaking Oosthuizen. You got... Who'd you pick, John? Who'd you pick, Zook?
Man, I kind of want to change. I kind of
John
want to change
Rahm,
now,
that's
but yeah, I'm going John Rahm. But Morikawa is insane. Dude's insane too. But Rahm.
Morikawa.
Naming names out of left field, no one even knows.
No, Morikawa's in second.
Oh.
Yeah, so golf,
Fucking
dude. We'll pick up golf.
I don't know shit about golf. I'm not good at golf. I've played golf. We have a funny golf story.
Clearly.
But when it comes to pro golf, I don't know shit. I know Tiger Woods.
When we talk about golf again and we get more viewers, we'll tell the golf story.
Yeah, for sure. We'll save that for a rainy day.
Yeah, we'll save that.
That's a good one.
So going on next to the NFL, I think there hasn't been a lot of news in the NFL of our teams and everything like that, but there was one big story of a player involved from the San Francisco 49ers right now.
Yep.
Tith, why don't you tell us the story?
That's Uncle Sherman. We got raw video. We're going to bring it up right now.
Hollywood.
Show that video.
I think
the
this story is
webcam?
actually kind of interesting because I don't know about you guys, but Richard Sherman is one of the last people in the NFL I would expect to be in the headlines for something like this.
100%.
Like literally.
Like, there are a million other players that I would expect to hear their names doing some type of shit like this.
Yeah.
Not Richard Sherman. So when I heard the news,
Literally.
it honestly like shocked me. I was like blown away. I was like, what? I was like, Richard Sherman? Like, the same Richard Sherman I'm thinking of? And it's true. Like, literally video evidence and everything. Now, with that being said, the first reports that came out about it were way overboard. They were like saying he had like felony charges, domestic violence, armed robbery, fucking breaking and entering, all burglary, all kinds of shit. Like, it made it sound like he went on a tear, like fucking Grand Theft Auto style, right?
Yeah.
And then
Well, it
the
wasn't
more and more
false.
the story
It
came
wasn't
out,
false.
we realized it wasn't that serious. So what basically happened is, at least what I gathered from the information, is he had a dispute with his family, right? So his wife was at her parents' house. Richard Sherman showed up to his in-laws' house, and for whatever reason
salty.
was fucking pissed off. He was trying to like knock the door down.
Show the
and
video.
Here's the video.
Ella pissed.
Here we go.
Get ripped while adding 12-15 even.
Trying to open the door.
Jesus Christ.
There's no,
He's not
there's no
having it.
video. There's no video, dude.
No fucking
Oh
video.
fuck, we're bad.
If anybody's watching that's actually an IT nerd, can help us out. This guy sucks.
Yeah, we're hiring.
Yeah,
Dollar an hour.
we're looking for a live video conductor.
Yeah, $1 an hour.
Holy shit.
So yeah, he's trying to open the door. He's yelling at. Now this is his in-laws' house. Now he's going fucking crazy. He's throwing like NFL checks at the door.
Oh,
What kind of door is that?
He's saying,
you know what I'm
"Come through,
Like,
come through,
come through!
come through!"
Come through!
Now keep in mind
Hey.
it's at 2 a.m. and he's intoxicated.
how big is Sherman?
Just got
6'2",
he's
6'3"?
6'2". He's 6'2", like 210.
That's a pretty badass door.
He
Yeah, that's a good door.
He didn't just say come through. He said come through, bitch.
Yeah, come through,
through.
bitch. Come through.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
from the 911 call, the wife indicated that he was trying to fight her uncle.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, he was fucking pissed off at her uncle. He's probably in that house talking shit, and he's trying to knock that door down, telling them to come through.
Yeah.
I don't
Catch
think
those
it's that big of a
hands.
deal. I think it was a family dispute. I think it got publicized and over, because of who he is. If that happened to one of us, like if I showed up at my in-laws and my wife is in there and I'm trying to fight her uncle and I'm knocking the door
like
down,
every-
I go to
it's every
fucking
week at my house,
Martinez
right?
detention
Every week.
facility, I'm going to be let out the next day and no one's going to hear a word about it. It's not
No.
going to be a big deal. It's only because
Well,
it was Richard Sherman.
You know what's crazy is that somebody like took the time to record a phone and send it out. Like, is this
No, that's
somebody?
no.
I think
That's
it's the
their
Ring doorbell.
security camera.
Yeah, that's a
Security
Ring
camera.
doorbell, I think.
I know it's a Ring doorbell, but how did somebody get that footage? Like somebody in that house took that footage.
So
just to
they
sell it?
Guaranteed the
probably
wife sent it
released
out.
it to the police department for the police report.
Yeah,
And I think
guaranteed.
the police department is probably the ones that leaked the video.
Guaranteed.
That happens all the time.
The police
100%.
department does it.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
yeah, that shit happens all the time.
Wow.
That would be my guess. I mean, I'm just speculating, but
I mean, this is a straight horse shit, bro. If there was cell phones and Ring doorbells 30 years ago, and Lawrence Taylor was all high on some blow, drinking 35 gallons of tequila,
100%,
and
dude.
I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, half the
Yeah.
NFL would be in jail right now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And like watching that video, like, did you guys think that was that big of a deal?
No.
Dude,
I mean,
I've
he
done
was
that
coming-
shit.
he-
I've
he
been
was coming
pissed
to lay
off. I've been
hands,
fucking
but-
trying to knock doors down. I've been yelling at people in my family. Like,
Obviously,
come on, that's normal shit.
obviously he was in the wrong for doing it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not like something to like, oh my God, Richard Sherman has CTE and blah blah.
Yeah.
The more
And that's not criminal activity, in my opinion.
The-
That's a
the
family
more-
dispute.
the more concerning thing is the 911 call of his wife, like saying like, oh, he's gonna kill himself or. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna fight my uncle and all this stuff. The funny thing in the 911 call too is like they talked about Like the 911 dispatcher was hella rude.
Hella rude.
Hella.
Yeah, like I need you to calm down so that I can get this information down.
Yeah, there's a point like.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna defend a dispatcher a little bit and be like, oh, they need to get the information they need to get. But the dispatcher took it a bit overboard and was
she was rude. She's like straight up
rude.
like yeah. Like you're not gonna calm anyone down and get the information you need by being fucking rude to someone when they're in a panic.
Yeah.
Like you need to be like a soothing type. You have to almost be like a fucking therapist. Like you have to be able to just like absorb their chaos and like give them out just like a soothing, like calm demeanor. Yeah.
You can't.
She did not do that at all.
Hey, be quiet. Be quiet.
Oh, dude.
What do I need to do? Yeah, it's bad.
Lazook's just going full booger mode.
Oh god, dude.
Where's
Get a green screen. Get a green screen, dude.
Hey.
But yeah, so I think it made publicity. It's like the most talked about thing in NFL right now, but I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal.
I agree.
I don't even think he's going to miss games next year if he gets signed. Like, it's not going to even be like one of those things where he needs to be reinstated because of domestic violence or anything like that. Like,
no.
Yeah. Who do you think? Who do you think he's going to play for next year?
I don't think he's coming back to the Niners. I think they would have already signed him if that was the case.
Yeah.
Like, why wait? We have the cap, you know. Unless they can't, unless they're trying to find someone else to fill that cap space, and they can't, and then they're just like, all right, we'll just bring Sherman back in. Like, that makes sense.
He's going to Seattle, bro.
But there's got to be other teams that are interested in him. He's still got a little bit of game left.
And he can play safety. Like,
and he can play dude, he would be a killer safety.
Yeah.
Free safety? He'd be all over it.
Well, that's really all he's got left. I mean, let's be honest. He can't be a cornerback.
Yeah, because dude, him and Tyreek Hill on the outside.
Yeah.
It's not even fair.
He could play a cover 2 press corner. Like he could sit in the zone.
Yeah, exactly. He can play zone only.
But he can't run deep.
But all they got to do is just call an audible and be like, oh, they got Sherman on the outside. Just fucking take off. Game over.
It's almost like your Draymond argument, right? Like Sherman's probably the smartest guy in the field, but he's like physically ungifted at this point.
Yeah,
right?
he's 32 years old. I mean, you can't keep up with these 21-year-old guys that are just fucking running like 4-second quarter miles and shit. You know what I mean? Like you gotta lean on your young guys to play that position. Quarterback's one of the hardest positions in the NFL, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Physically. You know what I mean?
Run backwards.
Joe Hayden, dog.
Joe Hayden. Yeah, exactly. Joe Hayden's a perfect example. He was a fucking beast. He got older.
Well, he's still a beast.
He's still good. I think he's good. I think he's past his prime.
He's still a beast. Cleveland let him go, and Steelers picked him up, and he's been their number 1 corner since.
Yeah.
And dominated.
Who do you think the best corner in the game is right now?
Best corner?
Best corner.
Jalen Ramsey.
I was going to say that too. Jalen Ramsey's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
I know he didn't perform as well as he did in LA as he did in Jacksonville, but
you know who my second pick is? Denzel Ward.
That's on the Patriots?
He's on the Browns.
Oh, Denzel Ward. Yeah. You think Denzel? Who's the other guy that the Browns picked up that's hella good?
They picked up Troy Hill or whatever the fuck he is from the Rams, and then they have Greedy Williams too.
Oh, Greedy Williams. That's who I'm thinking of. What do you think about him?
Denzel. I mean, listen. I don't
think Denzel Ward's the number 2 though.
No, he's top 10 cornerbacks.
Yeah,
he's top 10 cornerbacks in the NFL for sure. But
top
I think
10,
Jair
I'll give him that
Alexander
for sure.
I think Jair Alexander is better than Jalen Ramsey.
Who?
Jair Alexander.
He's from who does he play? Packers?
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know he's
he's a beast.
I mean, if we're looking at body of work, Jalen Ramsey's got the body of work. But like, we're talking this year, last year.
Who's the dude on the Patriots that's hella good?
Oh, Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore. I like him. I think he's pretty solid.
He's kind of fell off. But also,
that dude was baller too.
Another Ohio Stater, Marcus Lattimore for the Saints. He's a beast corner.
What's the guy's fucking Xavier or something or other from the Dolphins? Fucking.
From the Dolphins, Xavier Howard.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Xavier Howard.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. There's a couple big ones. There's
Tre'Davious White.
Who's the guy in the Ravens? There's a really good one.
Tre'Davious. Oh, and then Marcus.
Tre'Davious.
Marcus Peters. Marcus Peters has got to be in the
dude
conversation.
for the Bills. Yeah.
No, he's in the best one. The Ravens. Marlon Humphrey is the best one on the Ravens.
Marlon Humphreys isn't really a corner though. He's more of like a nickel than a stand-up corner. Marcus Peters is their number one corner.
I don't know. I gotta pull it up. Now I'm getting confused.
Marlon Humphrey's like a nickel corner.
And then Lattimore on the Saints.
Yeah, I said that already.
How old is Lattimore though? How old is Lattimore? And he's white. Come on.
Marcus Lattimore's.
Jason Verrett on the 49ers.
I wouldn't put that in that category.
No, he's not there
yet.
He is good though. Bro. Honestly, I was really surprised at his performance when he came back.
Jaquaski.
We could literally spend an entire episode on the Niners. Like there's so much.
Niners are gross. Niners are gross, dude. They're winning the Super Bowl this year.
Talking about the Niners, Browns. We'll skip our topic about Tom Brady because fuck him.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Tom Brady.
So I had an idea to basically pick, conform our team of the top 10 players from the Browns and Niners roster. Combined 1 to 10. So we'll start at number 1 because I think it's easy. The number 1 player from both rosters. Who's your guys' pick?
George Kittle.
Who?
Whoa, what the fuck?
George Kittle. Hands down. Well, because of the position. There's not that many tight ends of that caliber in the league.
Bro.
There's maybe 2. You got George Kittle and Travis Kelce. They're a dime a dozen. It is probably the most useful position in the NFL because they're Swiss Army knives. They block, they catch passes, they run block. And George Kittle is a beast at all 3 of those. So I think if you're going to build a team in an offense, you're going to want an elite tight end. And George Kittle is the best tight end in the league. I'm going George Kittle, my number 1 pick. Most valuable player on both rosters.
I think that's a good pick. I would
Unbelievable.
Honestly, I'd probably pick. So my number 1 pick would probably be a tie. It'd probably be 1-2, and it'd be interchangeable. And I'd say Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett.
Those would be my number 2 and 3 picks.
I think that's my number 1 and 2 because a DN is so hard to find, whereas you can get a good tight end to fit into a place. And
I think it's the opposite, man. I think you could get a good DN. There's tons of them. I think tight ends outside of George Kittle and Travis Kelce fall off big time. Like there's like a fucking cliff between the top 2 and then number 3. Whereas Nick Bosa and what's his face, Myles Garrett. There's so many good defensive ends in the league right now. So
yeah, but I'm thinking
Chase Young. You got like Chase Young.
I'm thinking
Chandler Jones.
Impact players, like impact.
That's true,
players.
And we're only dealing with the 2 teams. I get it. Like I said, those would be my number 2 and 3 picks. I think on both rosters, the most valuable players, top 3, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, all 3 of them. If you were to pick any 3 of those guys as your number 1, it doesn't matter because you know what I mean. It's a good pick either way.
100% agree. What do you think, Zook?
1,000% disagree with both you faggots. Terrible picks. Terrible fucking picks.
All right, who you got? Baker Mayfield?
No, I mean, listen. Let's be honest. You can't name one of the quarterback in the last 90 fucking years from the Browns, so they're gonna get beat no matter what. You gotta take Joe. You have to take Joe for the Niners. You have to take Jim for the fucking Cleveland Browns. Here's the problem. You're talking about like different.
Wait, Joe and Jim. What the fuck are you talking about?
Jim Brown, dude, he's the best player.
No, we're talking about active roster. Active roster. If we're talking all time, dude, I'd be Steve Young.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, my bad. No, active roster right now. If you were to take the 2 teams and combine them, like let's say San Francisco bought out Cleveland, the Cleveland organization crumbled,
Cleveland bought out San Francisco.
Okay, fine. Either way. And the teams merged, but they can only make a 53-man roster. Who's your top pick out of that merge? Who's your guaranteed? Like You're making the roster. You're 53, and you're like, all right, number one without a doubt, this guy.
Are we saying their skills as of right this second, or like
this second? Like in real life, if today the team is merged, you're the GM of the new team, the merged team.
Yeah.
Who's your number one lock?
Fuck.
I said George Kittle. He said Myles Garrett.
Wow.
It's a tough pick. It honestly is.
That's kind of some. Wow.
So the only other players you have to choose from basically are like offensive linemen. The Browns have really good offensive linemen.
I mean, like maybe McGlinchey, but like, listen, I'm probably picking.
He's young and good, but I would take Trent Williams over McGlinchey.
Yeah, Trent Williams. I'd also take. A couple of the Browns offensive linemen over McGlinchey. You also got Odell. You got Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk, yeah.
You got Nick Chubb.
Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the league.
Fred Warner.
Yeah, he's good. He's good for sure. I like Fred Warner, honestly.
Yeah, Fred Warner's a monster, dude. That guy came out of nowhere.
But like Beckham Jr., like if you'd asked me 3 years ago, like Beckham Jr. in a heartbeat, but like the last 2 years, I don't know. Really?
So I'm just going to pick Zook's pick for him because it's obvious. If he's not going to go with what we picked, it's Nick Bosa, 100%.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt.
Yeah, I think the top three, I think you nailed it, was, Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, George Kittle, and it's like
hands down, like that's they're in a league of their own. Yeah.
Yeah, any order you want to choose.
Any order you want. Yeah. Those three, hands down, without a doubt, without a question.
Yeah. I think the next pick for me at number 4
Bosa
would be Nick Chubb.
Wow, running back.
I think Nick Chubb is the most talented, skill player. That I think he's more talented than Odell. I think he's more talented than a lot of players on there. I think it's kind of a toss-up between him and Fred Warner because I think Fred Warner's a very good linebacker.
That's going to be my pick. I was going to say 4 for me is Fred Warner. I think it's another position player where it's important because they manage so much on the field on defense. Usually the best linebacker is the defensive captain. He's the one that's running the defense. He's calling the shots. He's reading the plays. I think Fred Warner is the best in the NFL at that. And so for that, I'm picking Fred Warner as my number 4.
I'm not doing it here. I'll already do that. Nope.
What do you got, Pussy?
Where do you put Nick Chubb?
Honestly, because... So here's the thing. If the teams were absorbed into one team, the coach would be Kyle Shanahan. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan can make any running back good. He made Matt Breida a 1,000-yard running back. So... I think because running backs are so easy to get, I know Nick Chubb is a top 5 running back. I just don't think we need a top 5 running back to make a good team. So I'm going to fill out the positions that are harder to fill and are more important. I would probably put Nick Chubb pretty far down the list, honestly.
Whoa, how far down?
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pick running back late.
Why are you assuming that Kyle Shanahan's a coach? I'm just picking top talent. Who do I want on my team? And I'm picking Nick Chubb 4th because he's a fucking beast. Like he's an animal. He can break tackles. He can catch
like
the
I said,
he can ball out of the backfield.
You can make bad running backs productive. You can have a good run team with a bad running back. Good play calls, good offensive line, good blocking can make good running backs.
Good offensive line though, so you better start picking some offensive line.
Hey, trust me, those are my next picks.
Okay.
Trent Williams is probably number 5.
All right, who's your number 4 pick, Zook?
I kind of like the Chubb pick. I mean, if we're just going off raw talent, I mean, Chubb was in his prime. I feel like Chubb has proven he's a daily back. I mean, Deebo Samuel, no, not really. Bourne, not really. Ayuk, he's young. Show me a couple more years. Though. He is good. I like Ayuk.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, Ayuk is going to make a name for himself.
Yeah.
He's going to break out. He's going to go nuts.
I think
and there's no real good, other than Trent Williams, there's no, standout lineman.
Well, they got Alex Mack. He's old, but Alex Mack is a really good center. I don't even know who the Browns' offensive line is. I know they're fucking stacked.
Oh, they're stacked, dude. We got hammer. I think though, like I think Fred Warner. I think basically I said like
Fred Warner, absolute number 4.
Yeah, Fred Warner.
I said Fred Warner at 5. I think after that, I think I would pick personally Odell.
Jimmy Ward, maybe.
Oh, dude, CJ Treader. Or JC Treader. Is that his name?
He's a good offensive lineman, but I wouldn't take him next.
No? Isn't he like one of the best the best centers in the league?
He is.
But, where do you put Eric Armstead?
Not in that list.
Is he like second page?
Oh, what about that rookie they picked up?
Jedrick Wills.
Jedrick Wills, yeah. Is he pretty good?
Honestly, yeah. Wyatt Teller is another great offensive lineman. Like he'd probably be up in my top tier. But Joel Patino, like he's kind of lower tier. But I mean, it's like offensive lineman wise, Jedrick Wills would be a pick for the future.
Yeah.
He's still developing, but Wyatt Teller is the man.
So for my number 5, so I picked Fred Warner 4. 5, I'm going Trent Williams.
Trent Williams.
I think Trent Williams is still a top 5 left tackle. The guy is a monster, dude.
Hey, the swinger party is going hard. It's going hard right now.
He's huge. He's got like that veteran presence.
Look,
he reads the play as well.
Refills.
But also when he's running downfield and run blocking, dude, he is crushing people.
Yeah.
He absolutely opens up Grand Canyons for our running backs. So, Trent Williams, best left tackle between the two teams. I think it's the most important position on the O-line. I'm going Trent Williams, number 5.
So my 5 pick was Warner. My 6 pick was Odell. Who's your 6 pick? Tith and Zook?
My 6 pick would be... That's tough. That's really tough. I think I'm going to go Denzel Ward.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I think I'm going to, we're going to lock down that defense. We already got Fred Warner out there. We got the two, we got Bosa, we got Myles Garrett. So, time to take care of that secondary. We're going to throw Denzel Ward. Number 6.
Wow. What about you, Zook? What do you think?
I kind of like
Baker
Fred Warner.
Mayfield?
No, come on.
Yeah, if you haven't already picked Fred Warner, you're late to the game, so that's definitely the pick.
Yeah, I feel like Fred Warner. I mean, listen. To be honest, like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's some. I don't know of the Browns a lot, to be honest. So it's hard for me. Like,
well, I mean, they have stars. They got Odell. Like Odell is still.
I mean, is Jadavian really like what he was like 5 years ago? I don't know.
Well, with the injuries, yeah, it's a scary pick.
Like, I mean, Clowney would be the next pick in my opinion, but is he healthy? I don't know. If not, then I think Fred Warner in the middle is probably the best bet.
Yeah, Fred Warner in the middle. Who's the Browns have for their linebackers?
They're not great. I mean, they just drafted dude. I can never pronounce his name. They got Jacob
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Yeah,
Dane guy, whatever his name was.
Yeah, I mean they have. Matt
so do you
Wilson,
think so on this combined
Jacob
team,
Phillips, Malcolm Smith, Taki, Anthony Walker, which is from the Colts, which is a big pickup.
Oh, okay.
No, there's not a single player on that Browns team that's making the fucking linebacker.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna be Dre Greenlaw. Greenlaw's a beast.
Greenlaw's better than I think any top tier Browns linebacker, and that's the second tier for the.
But I wouldn't pick Niners. With my number 7 pick. It would not be Dre Greenlaw. There's way more positions I would take.
My 7 pick would totally be Trent Williams. You already hit it already, but
yeah,
totally Trent Williams, 100%. Beef up that offensive line. Give way for Nick Chubb. Just get after it.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to hear who my my very first whiteout pick? I think 2 or 3 years ago in fantasy football on the Browns, and it's not OBJ.
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
AJ Green.
Who?
AJ Green.
AJ Green don't play.
Isn't he on the Cardinals?
Does he get traded?
He was on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, AJ Green played for the Bengals.
And then he went to the Cardinals, I think.
There's a
which is kind of crazy.
There's a cornerback for the Browns named AJ Green.
Is that the same person? No,
so
not.
My number 7 pick is gonna be
Sione.
My number 7 pick is going to be
Who's quarterbacking? Who's quarterbacking?
Trey Lance.
I mean, I don't know. I might even go there too, honestly.
From what I hear, the dude is a beast, and a lot of 49er anchors and people that like cover the 49ers are saying that Trey Lance is going to be the starter week 1, which is crazy. Like that's a big deal. If that kid can come out of camp and beat out Jimmy Garoppolo to start on the 49ers, I think that says a lot.
Dude, if that was the case, the Niners should trade Jimmy now.
They're probably trying. I guarantee they're trying.
I'm sure they're listening to offers about it.
They're already taking offers. I guarantee it. No way they're not.
Who's asking?
They gave up too much for it.
Who's asking?
But at the same time, like, what happens if Trey gets hurt? You gonna start Josh Rosen?
Yeah.
Beathard.
So, do they really want to get rid of Jimmy, or do they want to like play a couple games, see how Trey actually does, and then maybe see like, all right, we can get rid of Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Is Jimmy gonna sit in the passenger seat?
I think Jimmy's already in the passenger seat.
Wow.
But it's to be proven. That's speculation. Anyways, my number 7 pick, I'm going quarterback. I'm going Trey Lance. I think he's a stud. I think he's going to tear it up.
I think for my number 8 pick, I'm going to go back to the offensive line. I'm going to go Jack Conklin, who's probably the Browns' best tackle.
Oh, my God. What's going on?
He's a beast.
He is a beast.
He's a big dude. I'd probably take him over Wyatt Teller. I mean, him and Wyatt Teller are kind of a toss-up, but I'm taking 2 offensive linemen just for the
You would take him over J.C. Treader?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a toss-up. No, it's a toss-up between him and Wyatt Teller, I would say.
They're inside, right? They're inside line or inside.
Yeah, they're
linemen?
interior linemen. They're guards. I'd rather get a tackle to protect my quarterback's blind side.
True.
Oh, you mean it's not Donovan Peoples-Jones? It's not Peoples-Jones?
Oh. No, he's down the list. He is a beast, though. But
so my number 8, it's gonna be similar. I'm also going back to the O line, but I think I'm gonna go center, and I'm gonna take J.C. Treader.
Okay.
I think we got Alex Mack, which is a big deal for the Niners, but he's like 38. Dude's old as fuck.
He's old.
He's hella good, but I think
Is he on the
J.C.
team
is still
anymore?
top 5 center, and I think center is actually a difficult position, so might as well get a good one.
Well, you're playing center. I mean, you're
Listen.
the quarterback's quarterback. Like you're kind of leading the whole offensive line. And you're telling everybody what to do. So it's nice
exactly. Your job is to get everyone set.
Leader of the offensive line.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think J.C. Treader, Trent Williams are going to be locking down my O line start.
Top 8. You got Zook.
Well, I'm not trying to shit in your Cheerios. What time is it right now? What time is it right now? What are you guys doing to me?
10:13.
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. I'll tell you who I'm not taking. A fucking offensive lineman, you faggot.
All right, we're only gonna go to 10.
No.
We're gonna go to 10. Top 10 picks.
Well,
We got 2 more left. This is
2
8.
more hours. Listen, I'll tell you what it is. Sleeper pick. Heard it here first. Kyle, you check.
Use check. Okay, fullback.
Oh, there you go.
I like it.
It's hard to find a good
He is
fullback.
the best fullback in the league, so I'll take it. Kyle Juszczyk. Swiss Army knife. Another super important position that's hard to fill.
Yeah. Who's number 9 for you, Tith?
Okay, so number 9, I think between both teams there's plenty of guys to fill out the O-line. I think I locked down the most important positions on that O-line already. JC
Get off the O-line, you pussy. Get off the O-line.
No, I'm not doing O-line. I already picked. I'm saying my O-line is set with JC and Trent Williams. Anyone else that goes on that O-line is fine. So I'm switching to wideout. I'm going the best wideout between these two groups. It's not Odell Beckham Jr. It's not Jarvis Landry. It's not
Wow.
Deebo Samuel. It's Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
False.
That's a
Brandon
pick for the
Ayuk,
future.
number 9.
So Tith's team isn't going to be good now, but they might be good in the future.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. Brandon Ayuk right now is the best wideout out of that group. If he started today.
I haven't picked anybody on the outside. I haven't picked anybody at corner. So my next pick is going to be Denzel Ward because that's pretty obvious
That's
at number
obvious
9.
at this
I feel
late,
like that's a steal. Yeah, Denzel Ward is a beast. I mean, he's a cover corner. He's number 1 corner. You want lockdown guy.
You got Zook, number 9. You gonna go to RB2?
No, to be honest, I'm going defense. I feel like the offensive teams both are kind of shitty after the ones we've already mentioned. I mean, Landry's played out. Odell Beckham's kind of, whatever. Ayuk,
Kareem
whatever.
Hunt's a beast.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going K'Wan Williams.
K'Wan Williams?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a safety?
Nickelback. Dude's unstoppable. Listen, I'd almost even pick Kinlaw, but I just feel like
Kinlaw's an interesting
really
pick. That dude's a
without
fucking monster. He's huge.
But they don't even. But that's like where Bosa plays, right?
What about Eric
LDT.
Armstead? Where do you think he goes?
Well, I like what I was saying earlier.
Not in the top 10.
Not in the top 10. I don't think either. But he's
That's
probably top
questionable.
15.
But listen, if Bosa's if they have Bosa in the lineup, Armstead's top 10.
Well, they have Bosa and Myles Garrett on this team, so
Yeah.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if you put Armstead on one side and he's single coverage, he's beast all day.
Well,
Double
that's the thing
coverage,
because
he's
dude,
a fail.
Armstead's like 6'9". If you got two guys putting pressure from the edge, Armstead likes to sit in the middle and just puts his hands up. He swats
see his
passes
hands.
all day long. He swats
His hands
passes
are
all day
like
long.
they're tennis rackets.
Yeah, dude.
Think about if you just had Nick Bosa on the opposite side of Myles Garrett, dude.
Oh.
Like, you'd be you don't need it. You don't even need interior linemen.
You don't need. Yeah, you can put anyone in there, dude.
You can put
Play a 3-4 all day.
Mike Moore.
Yeah. You put Joe Whaley there.
Mike Moore and Joe Whaley in the middle. Yeah, no, all day. So who do you got at number 10?
I got to take a quarterback at number 10 because it's obvious. And who do you think I'm taking? Baker. All
Baker?
day.
Ooh. I would
You gotta
take Jimmy
trust-
over Baker.
I got to trust in my quarterback.
I'd take Jimmy. Come on. We went to the Niners-Browns game last year.
That's my quarterback.
Jimmy just fucking shredded the Browns.
And
Baker shit the bed.
Hey, just there, I got a Facebook highlight from that Browns Raider game.
Uh-oh. So, my number 10 pick, I think at this point it's obvious. I slept on him a little bit. I pushed him back because of the position. He is a top 5 player at his position. It's going to be Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Easy.
I thought you needed any running back could work.
I mean,
any running back could work, but when you have Nick Chubb available, you take him in the top 10.
You might as well
when you're
take
filling out a team.
Ernest Johnson, dude. Or,
No, dude, Wayne Gallman, dude.
Wayne Gallman.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Wayne Gallman all day long.
Dude.
He's going to be
The
starting.
Niners.
Dude, okay, speaking of the Niners, what do you guys... You're an Ohio Buckeyes fan.
Props.
What's up with
Trey
that
Sermon?
Trey Sermon?
Trey Sermon.
What-
Trey
how do you
Sermon
think-
started.
How do you think he's going to do?
Trey Sermon started really slow last year for the Buckeyes. He's really good at running between the tackles and outside. He's really good at reading. He's really good at catching the ball in some games. He wasn't good in the national championship.
Okay, how do you think he's going to do with Kyle Juszczyk, Trent Williams, and George Kittle run blocking for him?
I think he'll do all right. I mean, I don't think he'll get as much play time, to be honest.
I think he's going to get a lot because what's his face is hurt again.
Mostert?
Mostert's hurt again.
Yeah, he tore up his shit.
Yeah, he's tore up. And behind him, we got
sucks.
Wayne Gallman.
That sucks, dude. He was the G.
Oh, and then our other guy,
had
actually, Jeff Wilson Jr. fucking tore his ACL. So we're down. Like, Trey Sermon might legitimately be the RB1 starting the season.
Which I think he'd be fine. He's a workhorse back. I mean, he carried the load for Ohio State in the Big Ten championship.
But I think he's
carried
going
a big
into
load against Clemson. I mean,
yeah. I've seen his highlights through college. And he's a monster in college. But I think he's going into the NFL in a perfect situation. I mean, the Niners are like, I would say, top 5 running team. If you're a running back, that's one of the teams I would want to go to. So
Yeah, 11
I'm
minutes.
curious to see because I think Trey Sermon is the most talented running back the Niners have brought in a long time. We've been just running on like B grade running backs and making them look like all-stars. But now we're actually getting a talented running back, and he's going to be running on that offensive line with Kyle Shanahan's crazy schemes. I think it could be crazy.
Shut up.
He's going to make Nick Chubb look like a pussy.
10-7. 10-7. Heard it here first.
12-5 easily.
Fucking drunk.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to have a... You weren't here last week. Who's going to have a better record, the Browns or the 49ers?
Oh. Can I get odds on that?
He went to Vegas on that.
Okay. Straight up. Who's getting better record? I think the Niners have a better record.
Oh.
But I think that the Niners don't make the playoffs and the Browns do.
Oh.
That's an interesting one. I mean, we are in a really, really tough division, but I think
it makes sense.
I think we beat the Cardinals in our division. The only team I'm worried about in our division is
the Rams.
The Rams are gross.
The Rams, dude, they are gross. They're so good.
So, all right, those are our top 10 picks for the Browns 49ers mesh. I think it's time to call it.
Yep.
10:20. It's a good episode. Episode 2, barely shit drawers. We had some technical difficulties again, but we're going to figure our shit out. We're going to be back next week. We're going to be more fucking drunk, more loud, and more rowdy.
Let's go.
Peace
out. Tune in. Podcast,
Tune in next week.
YouTube, Twitter. Let's go.
All of them.
I'm passing out now.
All right. Later, guys. Have a good night.